It's time for high school football live on yamhilltoday.com and KLYC AM 1260. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Willamette Valley Medical Center. Edward Jones thanks to Bethany Ablin. Big Box returns. Les Schwab of McMinnville. Andrew Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. Colvin Ford Nissan. Macy & Son Funeral Directors. And KLYC Radio, AM 1260. Thanks for all your sponsorship, and thanks for joining us today for McMinnville High School football. It's time to go out to the stadium. Here's Ryan and Jeff. And welcome to McMinnville High School. Glad to have you here on this beautiful Friday night from McMinnville High School. Jeff, it's glad to be back home.
It is good to be back home after a couple weeks on the road, Brian. Lebanon can sure use some home cooking.
Yeah,
and
they
what a good time for it to come in the schedule tonight as they host the Liberty Falcons.
McMinnville last week against Lebanon, tough victory, tough loss, good victory for Lebanon.
Yeah.
It was something, Jeff, that we knew could happen.
Yeah.
And really, Lebanon did everything right in that game.
They did. They scored an offensive, a defensive, and a special teams touchdown in that game, Brian. If you remember that they scored a touchdown on a deep in the end zone fumble. They scored a punt return touchdown, and then they scored multiple offensive touchdowns. So all three phases of the game last week were a challenge for McMinnville. And Lebanon certainly took advantage of that. And let's give Lebanon credit as well, because they had some good defensive linemen that were just wreaking havoc in the backfield all night long against McMinnville. But that game's in the rearview mirror now. And we look forward to now starting league play, actually. Yeah. Tonight's the first league game. And you're 0-0 in league.
That's
so
right.
Those are the ones that count. The 2-2 starting, non-league, well, it's 2-2.
That's exactly it. Last week, this Liberty team defeated Beaverton Beavers by a score of 53-23. Before that, though, they went down to South Albany and lost 20-14.
Yeah.
In an interesting one there, South Albany always comes to play, especially at home.
Yeah.
The week before that, though, they defeated Jefferson 26-22, and then they defeated Barlow 30-20. So this is a good team, but not the Liberty that we've used to seeing.
Well, yeah, on paper anyways, because you look at that. They had three really close games, and then you worry, did they put it all together last week for that big victory? So, yes, they have some athletes. They're going to be led on the field tonight by Jackson Rico. He's been their starting quarterback. I didn't see him play in the game last week, though, so I'm not sure if he's going to be injured tonight or what. If not, the backup quarterback for Liberty will be, let me get my stats here, Dallas Ochoa, and he had a pretty good game last week against Beaverton. So they have some athletes out there. We're going to be looking at Ethan Hopper and Malik Smith as primary go-to guys in the running game and the passing game for Liberty tonight. And they come out here looking to start their season in the league on a positive note. McMinnville looking to get their season going in the positive note in the league. And you remember, you only play 4 league games.
Right.
Every game is of immense importance if you want to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, this is game 5 now. We got 4 more after this one, and 2 of them are on the road. 2 of them are on the road, and 2 of them are at home, I do believe, for McMinnville. As I look at the score, we have 3 on the road.
3 on the road. Yeah.
Newburgh next week. Battle of Yamhill County. That'll be a fun one next Thursday night, by the way.
Night.
Then home to Sherwood. That's a tough one. Always is. Sherwood's always a tough one. And then you go on the road at Century, and then you have another non-league game to finish off the year at North Salem, up in Salem. So, you got some tough schedule. You got some tough games in there, but that's not to say that McMinnville can't get it done, because I like what they're doing in the running game, Brian. As we look at some of the season stats that I've compiled here so far, they're getting about 222 yards a game rushing. It's been the passing game that's kind of let them down. They like to use that passing game to open up things, but when you're only throwing the ball 85 yards a game, it's really tough to get that running game really clicking. Passing percentage this year so far, 53%. I said at the beginning of the season, if you remember, between 50 and 60% is going to be really good for Kane Sullivan, and he's right in there. Maybe a little bit rushed at times, but significant improvement in my mind this year versus last year, but the yards just aren't there.
And so, Jeff, the key is going to be the run game, I think, here tonight. You've got the passing game, and just keep that going. Yeah,
you're going to have to look for Kane Sullivan. He's got 286 yards on 55 carries, averages over 5 yards a carry. And then Riley Donahue, that workhorse, he's averaging over 100 yards per game, Brian. He's last week he had 50 yards, but he had games of 186, 102, and 113. He averages almost 7 yards per carry with a long of 50 yards this year. It's crazy how good he is, and if they can get him rolling tonight, I really feel like McMinnville can have a chance in this ballgame.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the key is get your running game. Yeah. That'll establish your passing game.
Yeah, exactly. And then for Kane to take time, just lock in, take time, and you don't always have to throw those 80-mile-an-hour darts. Throw a 60-mile-an-hour dart every once in a while.
There you go. Should be fun. It'll be fun to see how they come out and see how they come out offensively, and then the defense is going to play a big part too. They got to stop somebody.
They do, and last week they really struggled stopping that Lebanon Warrior team who had a great quarterback and 2 good running backs in the backfield, along with 3 or 4 really good offensive linemen that made some really big holes that I could have walked through for 2 or 3 yards.
There you go. It's going to be fun, and we're going to get ready as we got the band out there now, and the team is going to come out here in just a moment. And we'll go ahead and take a break here as we're still about 8.5 minutes away from kickoff here. It's McMinnville hosting Liberty. Don't go away. Here's a message from Willamette Valley Medical Center.
Meeting the needs of not only our team, but our community with kindness and compassion and understanding. We have those moments every day. I think that's probably the coolest part of what I get to do. Treating people with kindness is such an important thing to our hospital. From the moment I show up here to the moment I leave, it is just a collection of big, meaningful moments between the community and staff.
If you are looking for a financial advisor located here in McMinnville, Bethany A. Blinn has you covered. She has a holistic approach and understands what is most important to you, using an established process to build personalized strategies and partnering with you throughout your life to help keep you on track. Her investment philosophy is a long-term approach with an emphasis on quality, durability, historical context, and common sense. Give Bethany at Edward Jones a call at 503-472-0555. Transitions in life. Sometimes it's difficult. When a loved one leaves us, Macy & Son is there for you. A trusted friend for 5 generations in Yamhill County. At that time, you have lots of questions and you need someone to walk with in every step of the way. Burial or cremation and a myriad of other options, let Macy & Son walk that journey with you. Macy & Son McMinnville. Give them a call, 503-472-6151. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab wants to see you make a full and quick recovery so that you can get back into life and the things that you like to do. Their friendly staff will listen and encourage and guide you through each step of the rehabilitation process. From low back pain to post-surgical rehabilitation after a shoulder surgery or knee replacement, they are here to help. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab. Give them a call at 503-435-1900.
Are you looking to spend less and get more on your next vehicle? At Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan, they've got you covered. As McMinnville's premier Ford and Nissan dealership, they offer a wide selection of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all in a stress-free, customer-first environment. Their motto, big enough to serve you, small enough to care, means you'll enjoy the convenience of a large dealership with the personal touch of a local business. Visit Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan at McMinnville today or call 503-376-9650. Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan.
Welcome back here. Brian Harris along with Jeff Ivey as we got the McMinnville Marching Band out there performing. As we get ready, Jeff, a great introduction here, an exciting way to start the game as we get ready for action here tonight. Liberty and McMinnville.
Well, let's not forget it's homecoming, Brian.
It is.
It is homecoming tonight. So a little specialness at the halftime break. Sitting in my office this afternoon about 3 o'clock, heard the band go marching by down, was that 5th Street, and heard the different classes go by and the parade and the horns honking and the sirens blaring. And
awesome.
Yeah, it's always fun. Every year they go, they do their little parade around town, and it's a really cool thing that they do here in McMinnville. And the band in full uniforms tonight got it all going for homecoming. But let's hope the football team's got it going for homecoming.
I agree with that, hopefully. But also talking about the parade,
yeah.
Ruben Contreras mentioned that he thinks his mom was part of it back in 1949. So it's been going on for at least that long.
That's a long time.
So
for
I'm not
that
sure.
Parade.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long. Pretty cool though.
It's really cool. I sometimes we've gone out and watched them go by and waved at them, and I didn't get to today, but it's a cool deal here in town that McMinnville does that, and they go from the school and they make a big loop around the north or the south side of town down through downtown. So, but more importantly, we got a football game here to play tonight. Notwithstanding homecoming, and we mentioned it's a good time to be home because it's been a tough couple of weeks on the road for McMinnville, and now you get the home crowd behind you and familiar setting. You're used to playing here on your football field. And like to see things get going real quick for McMinnville. Like to see them come out of the gate on fire tonight. And like to see Kane and Riley really get it going on the offensive side of the ball. Another thing that's going to be nice, Brian, again, having Bryce Wilson back as a wide receiver. In just the 2 games he's played, he's caught 110 passes for 120 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's good. Let's get him going again tonight too.
Yeah,
that speed.
You need that speed, and he's going to get open with that speed. You threw a stat at me the other night. Last night.
Do you want me to say I was?
No, I think it's.
Okay.
I think it's kind of apropos of what happened last week.
Yeah, well, last week. So total in the game. Let me see here. I'll just pull it up really quick. There, McMinnville had 100 and I think it was 88 yards. But if you take away the 2 longest plays. The 2 longest plays was a 67-yard touchdown run and a 50-yard run by it didn't result in a touchdown, but by Bailey. They had 31 other plays in the game for a total of 32 yards.
Wow.
So the offense, you take away those 2 plays, it was a massive struggle, and they can't do that again tonight, Brian. And I'm sure Coach Tomlin, they know it. They saw it. They were witness to it. And, again, Lebanon had some really good interior defensive linemen that caused havoc in the backfield. Let's hope Liberty doesn't have that tonight because, they popped a couple long ones, but they didn't pop enough of them last week. And so, quite frankly, they need to do a little bit better job tonight in the offensive side of the ball to have any chance. And then, again, I know I've harped on it's the right word, but special teams, especially on kickoffs, has just been kind of a thorn in the side of McMinnville this year, and I know that the coaches are working on it. There's no doubt in my mind, but sometimes sometimes it's just hard to overcome issues like that, and certainly hope that tonight Liberty doesn't try and play the game like Lebanon did last week of doing those little squib kicks because they recovered one of them.
Well, we won't get to see that right away because McMinnville will be kicking off.
That's true.
So we will see it first time that they kick off
Hopefully
Liberty.
That's the start of the second half.
I would love to see that. Definitely. All righty, as we get ready to kick off here on a gorgeous night.
Yeah.
And you can't beat that. It's beautiful out here right now. Bryce Wilson is going to kick for the Grizzlies. And that has been a key this year. Bryce has got a good leg, and he definitely gets his foot into it as he's got a couple of guys back there standing around the 7-yard line. And here is the kick. It's going to be long. It's going to be taken and then dropped and out of bounds about the 11-yard line. And just a little miscommunication. And let's see. Let's give who is that? Number 9. It's like James And let's get that. Aboaji, who just could not come up with it and just pushed it out of bounds. Smart play to push it out of bounds, though, because you play around it too much, you would be giving it to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, it looked like it kind of bounced off as he tried to catch it, bounced off that front shoulder pad area. It kind of comes down over the chest and bounced away from him and out of bounds. So really good place for McMinnville's defense to start here, to start the game.
All righty, as we come up here now, the Falcons are in their white uniforms. Dallas Ochoa looks to be the quarterback for them. He's going to hand it off right up the middle, and nothing there. Immediately stopped. Good job there by the interior line of McMinnville as the handoff went there to Makey Perry.
Loss of one. They're going to put the ball at the 10, so excellent job. That's a great start right there, Brian, as Makey Perry in on that play. And he's one of the two guys that I kind of talked about at the start of the game on the offensive side of the ball, running the ball. Him and Malik Smith and Ethan Hopper, those are going to be the go-to guys tonight.
All righty, Ochoa is shotgun formation now. Perry is right next to him. He's got 3 receivers on the far side, and he's going to keep it and run himself, and he's going to be hit. And really, he was stopped there for a while. He did get a couple yards with the push, and he's going to get marked inside the 14-yard line, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Good job once again by that interior line coming off the field for the Grizzlies. There is Fairbank. He and Landon Fay stuffed up that line those first 2 plays.
Well, I think one of my questions early has been answered, Brian, because the normal starting quarterback was Jackson Rico the last couple weeks. Dallas came in and played quite a bit last week's game, so is there an injury? Is there something else going on where the second-string quarterback is now in there leading this game so far for Liberty?
Well, Jeff, I'm looking to see, do they have a quarterback change out there now? No, they don't. It's a left-handed quarterback. He throws it. It is caught. Stutter steps his way across the 15. He's going to be close down to the 20-yard line. Let's see where we mark him. Needed to get to the 20 for a first down.
Yeah.
21 actually. So he's going to be marked back at the 19.
Yeah, 5-yard gain out to Malik Smith, and brings up a decision early for head coach Justin McGee. Hey, and it looks like,
well, it's a tough one.
Are they going to go for it this deep in their end zone, in the end of the field?
9:56 to go in the first quarter. First possession of the ball game.
This is a pretty big call here. Maybe they're going to try and draw him off sides.
Ochoa, shotgun formation. He's got a guy in motion. And they're going to try to draw, and they win off sides. Oh, it's a tough one because trying to get in there to make a play was that Pastrano. Yep. I think they're going to get Pastrano. Well, good job there by the Falcons.
And that motion in the back of the field kind of, I think, drew the attention of the defensive front there. And when they heard the hut, they all went across the line of scrimmage pretty much. So that's going to unfortunately be a 5-yard penalty and a first down for Liberty. And, boy, McMinnville kind of, it's one of those things. McMinnville has done a really good job this year of only having about 4 or 5 get that ball. It's on the ground. It is, Brian. That ball was pitched to nobody, and number 65 for McMinnville comes up with the fumble recovery. That's Alex Kellner, came up with the recovery at the 21-yard line right there. 3-yard loss by the pitch man, and then a fumble gives the ball to McMinnville with 9:26 to go, deep in the territory of Liberty. And this is the shot in the arm that McMinnville needed.
It's exactly what they needed as they come out here now, and here comes the Grizzlies, and they would want to strike quickly. Kane Sullivan, shotgun formation, as always, and they're going to keep it. He's going to try to fake it. No, he's going to take it right up the middle now. Breaks one tackle, second tackle, and now he spins his way, and he gets down near the 10-yard line. And a nice job by Kane. But, Jeff, you mentioned Kane gets hit a lot.
Yes, he does. And then the other thing is when he fakes that pitch, he gets it out there and keeps it out there. He doesn't pull it back in. But, hey, it doesn't matter when you move 11 yards on the play and pick up the first down.
Oh, yes, 9, 10, and counting here to go in the first quarter. In the backfield also, you've got Carnahan there along with a Donahue, so you can look for one of them to possibly get the ball as well. Full house backfield. They're going to be a keeper, and it's going to be a pitch here to Donahue, and he's going to be hit, but not before he picks up a couple yards inside the let's call it the 8-yard line. Gain of a couple to bring up second down.
Really late pitch there by Kane, and he took a hit as he got rid of the ball. But, it's 2 yards, clouded dust. We'll take it.
Big thing of pebbles?
Yeah, well, pebbles, yeah.
There you go.
Black little pebblies.
Here we go. Donahue and Carnahan. Carnahan's going to kind of go over to the slot formation now. Mm-hmm. And let's see. Donahue is in the backfield. Here we go. Hand off to Donahue. He goes up at the middle to the right side into the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies. Riley Donahue with an 8-yard run on the right side, and he puts it in for the first score of the night.
That is the start McMinnville needed right there, Brian. A turnover and then to capitalize on the touchdown. Great, great first series for McMinnville.
As they come on and put the first points on the board. And looks like they are going to show that they're going to go for 2 here. Sullivan is in the backfield. And let's see if they're going to switch to a kicking. Yes, they are. And Wilson is going to come on to kick that extra point now. A little too early, I think, to go for 2. They did look for something, though. That's what they were doing that for.
Trying to see if how disciplined they were.
And the snap is good, and the kick is up, and the kick is good as well. All righty, the Grizzlies strike first. 8:13 left to go in the first quarter. Grizzlies lead 7-0. Don't go away. You're listening to Grizzly Football on AM 1260 KLYC and watching us here on YamHillToday.com. And this is KLYC McMinnville.
I'm Mark Hartzell, and I shop at Big Box Returns for all my furniture. And I get my paddle boards.
Big Box is 5-piece, brand new dining sets.
Big Box is 800 count sheets. Holy cow, that's a lot of count.
Big Box is sheepskin rugs.
We're open every Saturday and Sunday 9 to 5. We are located right across the street from the Yamhill County Fairgrounds. Come on down.
McMinnville Les Schwab is a proud sponsor of Grizzly Football on Yamhill Today. When you shop at Les Schwab, they promise you the best tire value. This means you get free peace of mind protection and free lifetime tire and mileage care included in your purchase. McMinnville Les Schwab. They want to be the neighbor down the street you know and trust. We thank McMinnville Les Schwab for their support of McMinnville Grizzly Football.
As we come back here, and here is the kick. And it is long and deep, and Liberty will now take it out here and have their second possession, Jeff. Great first possession for the Grizzlies. Deep in Liberty territory. They did what they had to do. They put some points on the board.
Fantastic start to this game, Brian. Turnover and a touchdown as a result.
Now your defense, you're going to have them step up all game long, of course. Still 8-12 to go in the first quarter as we get ready here. And Liberty going to bring out their left-handed quarterback again. And it looks like they may have had some issues with their starting quarterback last week. So here we go. Ochoa, shotgun formation, and going to hand it off and going to be stopped. Good job there defensively and still pushing there. Finally going to blow the whistle. And I think going to get credit for there, Jeff, was Fay. Also in on the tackle was Cade Foster for McMinnville.
And Mickey Perry's had a couple good games, Brian, the last couple weeks, but so far has been stymied on his first 2 carries. 1 yard on 2 carries by that interior defensive front there for McMinnville, doing a fantastic job right now.
Here they go. They're going to bring some guy, one of the guys here on the near side. That's Malik Smith. Single coverage. Remember, you have a left-handed quarterback.
And he's had some big games, too, in the passing game. There's the
There's the pitch here, and it's going to be Perry. He's going to get it. He's going to go through. He's going to break a tackle and then get hit at about the 35-yard line. And you can see the speed right there of Perry.
Yep, that's why they pitch it outside. He doesn't want to necessarily maybe run inside, but get him into the flats with those big wide receivers pushing him out. And we got an official down here talking with one of the McMinnville players. I think a McMinnville player was complaining that he was held on the play, and the official kind of did something with his body like, no, that wasn't holding. I didn't see it, but the player was down there. So
there you go.
Anyways, first down.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. And you've got Malik Smith, who's kind of in that little edge there. He's looking at us, and they're going to hand it off to Smith. Going to come here to the near side. Going to try to go in. Nothing there. Good job there by the defense, making a huge stop and coming up there. Fairbank with the stop as well there, and we'll give credit to Mason Justice.
Yeah, they're going to give him a loss of 1 on that play. And Malik is a pretty good-sized athlete, Brian. He's, let's see, they have him listed at 6'1", 160. So he's got some speed. Not going to bowl you over much at 160, but he's got the height. And I think that's why he's had some big games, is because he uses that speed to run away from folks once he's in the clear.
6:38 and counting. Here we go with 2nd down and 11. Shotgun formation, and they're going to run to the outside. They're going to pitch it to Perry again. He's going to try to cut it up, and he's going to be stopped. Not before he picks up a couple of yards there. And a good job by that interior line. Fay in there once again with the stop for McMinnville. And I believe is that Bradley Fish as well.
Yeah, and I want to give a special shout-out. Drew Bison on that play, Brian. He did a great job setting that edge, coming up from that kind of safety linebacker area that he's playing in, and did a good job making sure that the running back could not bounce it outside and kept Perry just to a 2-yard gain.
All right, here we go. 3rd down, big 3rd down for the Falcons in their white jerseys, baby blue helmets. Here we go, and they're going to throw it. Ochoa's going to throw it. He has a receiver, and it is caught. Going to get across midfield, and big gain as he gets down near the 25-yard line.
Saw that play develop real quick there, Brian. When they brought him in motion, there was nobody with McMinnville's defense slide out with him. And Theichel with a great play down to the, 26-yard line? So a 38-yard pass play right there.
It was a nice setup. And that's something they didn't show until then when they really needed it.
Yeah, and 3rd and 8 turns into 38.
Yeah, and a big 1st down. And threatening now with 5:35 to go as the clock is stopped here in the 1st quarter. Here we go. They're going to go right up the middle, and another short gain. And the Grizzlies doing a good job of shoring up that inside, Jeff.
And, that time it was right back to Theichel at the running back position. And, 2 yards. You'll give up 2 yards all night long.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, compared to what, that defense did last week, we've seen some big improvements already this week with 5 minutes or so left to go here in the 1st quarter. Quick quarter so far.
Grizzlies in their red tops and white pants and their white helmets as we come back to action here with 5 minutes exactly right now. 2 receivers here on the near side. Now there's going to be 2 on the far side as one goes in motion. And Ochoa is going to pitch the ball, and he does over on the far side. And Perry's going to get it, and he is going to be stopped. Good job over on the far side. A good job to cut off that corner.
It was. I tell you something, Brian. I see this defense. Who do they go up against every day in practice?
Yeah,
an option. Right,
exactly. They know
Bailey
exactly,
and they know who to have. They know who to take on those pitches, and that was a no gain on the play for Theichel. So brings up another 3rd and 8. Let's not have a 38-yard pass play here. Well, actually we could because it'd be out of the end zone.
Well, there you go. Here we go. It is on the 24, and they are going to throw it here in the near side. A little screen play, and he's going to break 1 tackle. Still on his feet inside the 20, down near the 16-yard line. They're going to mark him inside the 16, and it's going to be a 1st down.
Ben James there on the play, and McMinnville had that play read, but they just couldn't wrap up and make the play. 9. They needed 8. They got 9.
That's a tough one. All righty, and let's go with 3:57 and counting Grizzly defense so far doing a pretty good
Yeah.
job. A couple big plays that they did give up, but I've got to give them commendations, especially after last week.
So what I'm seeing so far is Liberty run on downs 1 and 2, pass on down 3. That's what it seems like it's been.
Let's see. They're going to run again this time. Going to go to the outside.
Great
and good
play.
job defensively. And the Grizzlies do make a stop in the backfield. Unfortunately, a flag comes flying in. Looks like it is going to be a face mask.
That's my guess.
The Jeff's initial indication.
Yeah, that's my guess right there. We'll see though. Maybe it's a hold on the edge, but I'm pretty sure it was a face mask.
The officials are going to talk about it. And that's a tough one. Penalties always hurt.
They do.
Yep. This one is going to hurt as well. Had one hurt also, too, with the offsides. First one of the game.
Yep, and that got him an easy first down there, too. So,
hey, just a reminder, next week we will be on the air Thursday night, bringing you all the action, and it'll be fun as we'll be at Newburgh High School. So make sure you tune in for that as we get ready to come back to action here with 3:30 and counting. Here comes the show, and he's going to pitch it here on the near side. And
nice
try
play.
to cut the corner.
Wow.
And as you hear Jeff say, nice play, it is a nice play, and a good job of getting there and making that play is Keller.
Keller did fantastic. Just shot the gap, Brian, and in the backfield right away. Loss of 9 on the play. Back to the 22. I like plays like that.
I love the defense. I love how they're stepping up
Yeah.
and doing a good job tonight because that's something we didn't see last week.
No, they were outmatched across that front, but so far, McMinnville, that front is doing a really good job. Second down, does Liberty go counter to what they've done on the first couple of second downs? Do they pass here instead of run?
Well, here we go, as we'll soon find out. Ochoa does have Thiekel in the background, or Thelke, excuse me, and they're going to do a little reverse, and they're going to come back and take him down. Oh, here he comes. He's going to cut the corner and try to stay on his feet. Perry is just making things happen. There's a block out there on the far side. Too much time, too much running, and he gets hit hard down near the first down. What a play, Jeff, as we have got guys on the field. We've got Landon Fay back at the 30, and a huge hit down there. We're near the 10-yard line. They had to get to the 6, and we are going to looks like have a timeout here as they look at Landon.
Yeah.
And hopefully he's going to be okay. With 2:11 left to go in the first quarter, we're going to take a break. Our score is McMinnville 7, Liberty nothing. 2:11 to go, as we said, first quarter. Don't go away. We'll be back right after this.
Transitions in life. Sometimes it's difficult. When a loved one leaves us, Macy & Son is there for you, a trusted friend for 5 generations in Yamhill County. At that time, you have lots of questions and you need someone to walk with in every step of the way. Burial or cremation and a myriad of other options, let Macy & Son walk that journey with you. Macy & Son McMinnville. Give them a call, 503-472-6151. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab wants to see you make a full and quick recovery so that you can get back into life and the things that you like to do. Their friendly staff will listen and encourage and guide you through each step of the rehabilitation process, from low back pain to post-surgical rehabilitation after a shoulder surgery or knee replacement. They are here to help. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab. Give them a call at 503-435-1900.
Welcome back as we come back here to action from McMinnville High School. We'll give you an update here in just a second on Landon as they hand it off and going nowhere right up the middle. Maybe a short gain there. Good job there by the defense. And during that timeout, Jeff, Landon Fay was helped off with a couple players and limping on his foot there.
Well, they got him on the training table right now, Brian. We don't want to speculate, but it didn't look good as he's walking off the field. But let's hope it's just they just need to retape something and get him down.
Well, Jeff, going back to the action, they did something different. They ran the ball on third down. It now brings up fourth down.
Big play here for the defense. And, again, they were in the backfield rather quickly, and Malik used his kind of elusiveness, his shiftiness to get away.
All righty, here they go, and they are going to do a fake handoff and then a handoff and go into the end zone. And just falling in and gets it and it's like he is going to score.
Brian?
But Jeff, go ahead.
Right there at the 11-yard line by the number 10 here. You can barely see it because it's right on the line. There is a flag.
And it will go against Liberty, it looks like, because the officials did not signal a score. Of course, he put it back in his pocket pretty quickly, too, Jeff. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Maybe that lobbying by the McMinnville player here on the near side, Preston Murders, worked that time because maybe there was a hold on the edge. We got a block in the back.
All right.
So that's going to be very good for McMinnville. They'll take that, negate a touchdown run by Malik Smith. And you can really see when they want the yards, they go outside with the speed of their running back. So they're going to put the ball back down at the 19-yard line. So a big penalty there costs them 6.
So it is 4th down and 14.
Yep.
They have to get, let's see, about is that the 6-yard line inside there?
Yeah.
All right,
between
we'll
the
call it
5
that.
and the 6.
That's good enough.
That's what we call it,
There you
between.
go. All right, 1:16 to go here in the quarter. Grizzlies lead 7-0. Here we go, 4th down. They are going to go to the air now. He's looking. He's going to drop it off. A little screen pass. He's got one guy to help him out. He breaks through. He's hit once, twice. He's spinning, still on his feet, spinning inside the 5. It's going to be a 1st down.
Wow. That was desire and drive. And, again, pass the ball to the outside and let him use his speed. They put it down at the 3-yard line, 16 yards there for Trevor Thiekel.
Thiekel, 5'11". He plays bigger than that, doesn't he?
Yes. Two receptions, 54 yards.
Impressive. As we've under a minute now to go here in the first quarter. Here they come up to the line. Ochoa under center this time. And let's see. He's got Jones in the backfield. Jones is going to get it. He's going to go onto the left side. And he goes into the end zone just like that. And it's going to be a score. Jones made it look too easy as he just went off the left. Everybody expected him to go to the right because that's what they've been doing all night long.
Yep.
And Jones was wide open for the score.
Yeah, that's disappointing, Brian, because McMinnville definitely had their chances on that entire drive to get off the field. And credit Liberty to be able to make some big plays on some big 3rd and 4th down calls there.
And let's see what they decide now. I think they're going to talk about it a little bit as they come back up here, and they will go for 1. Well, I say that, and they're going to go for 2.
Okay.
Here they go. I saw them kick before the game. Wasn't that impressive.
Okay.
They got trips over on the far side now, and they're going to get it to their quarterback. He's going to be hit. He's not going to get in. Good job there, and, well, they're still fighting. I thought he had him. He does finally call him down. Good job there by the defensive line to come up with a stand, and the Grizzlies do, I guess they retain the lead.
Yes,
there
they
you
do.
go. All righty. Still 39 seconds left to go. We'll keep it right here. We've got all our spots for the first quarter. Well, Jeff, you saw some very good things there by the defense on that drive.
Yes, we did, Brian. For the most part, there were just 2 plays that really kind of hurt them there. That was a 16-play drive that went 80 yards in 7.5 minutes. So that's what Liberty wants to do. You know, kind of like McMinnville, limit the number of possessions each team gets and take advantage of when you have the ball. So now what's going through my mind is Liberty going to try some sort of squib kick, some sort of, do something because, as I mentioned, the special teams has been a little bit of a challenge this year so far for McMinnville.
And we've talked about that. We talked about the pregame show.
Yep.
We talked about it all year long. But you're right, the squib kick. Are they going to try to take advantage of that? Because every other team has done that.
They have. And to most other teams, I think they've had at least one recovered onside type kick each week.
Right.
And let's see. Make sure we got enough players out there. We do for McMinnville.
So, Jeff, when are we going to go to the NFL rules? Next year?
I don't know, because I heard they're going to change those in mid-season.
So probably not.
It's not working out, I think, the way they had hoped it would. But anyways.
Concussions are safer, though, so
they
it is
are.
working.
They are.
I don't know safer how concussions are, but there's fewer of them,
yes.
I should say.
Yes, if that was the goal, then they're doing what they wanted to do.
All righty, as we get ready here, Ben James on to kick, and he is going to do a little squib, and it's going to be taken at the 20, a little bit further than they expected, I think.
Hit it.
And he gets 35, still on his feet. Stutter steps right in front of the Grizzly bench, and he's hit down near the 50-yard line. Nice return for the Grizzlies.
Great return by Bryce Wilson. He saw that hole just about when I said to hit it, and he did. turn the jets on, and great field position here. They're going to put it just right at the 50-yard line, Brian. Excellent job.
Well, Jeff, I think the offense, a little bit of spark after seeing what their defense, even though they did give up the touchdown, but they did a good job of making some stops, had a chance there, but you would love to get some more points on the board, get that going, and just keep this momentum going for the Grizzlies.
Exactly. Now, but you got your backup lineman in there for Landon Fay, who's still sitting on the bench down here, so let's see how that may change play calling here, Brian. Hopefully it doesn't too much, but you never know.
All righty, you got Sullivan with, Donahue and Carnahan in the backfield, and they're going to run the option. Sullivan's going to keep it. He's going to go right up the middle, still on his feet, breaks one tackle, and he gets across the 40, and he gets to the 39-yard line. Nice job there by Sullivan. Saw a hole and made it happen. And look, Jeff, we've gone from a passing team to an option team.
Well, that's okay. It's working right now, Brian. 2 carries, 22 yards for the big quarterback. The 6'3" quarterback for McMinnville. And again, though, I'm just nervous when he's carrying that ball out there. Somebody's going to come up and swipe it because it's a little ways away from the body, Brian.
It is. Carnahan, Donahue in the backfield once again as Sullivan is taking his time, and the Grizzlies saw something they didn't like, or
the time ran out.
There you go.
That's what they didn't like.
Well, maybe they did like it. Well, let's see. It is the end of the first quarter. The Grizzlies lead 7-6. That's the end of the first quarter. Don't go away. We've got more coming up. Here's a message from Willamette Valley Medical Center.
Meeting the needs of not only our team, but our community with kindness and compassion and understanding. We have those moments every day. I think that's probably the coolest part of what I get to do. Treating people with kindness is such an important thing to our hospital. From the moment I show up here to the moment I leave, it is just a collection of big, meaningful moments between the community and staff.
Are you looking to spend less and get more on your next vehicle? At Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan, they've got you covered. As McMinnville's premier Ford and Nissan dealership, they offer a wide selection of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all in a stress-free, customer-first environment. Their motto, big enough to serve you, small enough to care, means you'll enjoy the convenience of a large dealership with the personal touch of a local business. Visit Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan at McMinnville today or call 503-376-9650. Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan.
Well, as we come back here, Jeff, they did not give us much time at all for that break, and a nice run and a big run down inside the 22-yard line for the Grizzlies. Donahue with a big run there, and that's exactly what they wanted to have happen here as the offense still going, Jeff. And you brought up something in the break. They've had the ball for only just over 2 minutes.
Yeah. That's crazy.
11:54 to go. We've just started the second quarter of play. As Sullivan is taking his time once again, he's going to try to milk it as much as possible, and he's going to keep it. He's going to go. He's going to pitch it here to Donahue. He's going to go inside the 15, down on the sideline, and knocked out of bounds.
Now there's going to be a flag for a block in the back, Brian, right at the point of attack there. The defender turned, and unfortunately when the offense is still blocking and you put your hands on their back, that's going to be an easy call, and especially when it's right in front of the official here on the near side.
As they are going to bring it on back. And
third penalty already for McMinnville, so they're only averaging about 5.5 to 6 penalties a game, so that's already their third, and we're just barely into the second quarter.
Yeah, and they've got to stop those. And unfortunately, Jeff, penalties have hit at big times already in this game.
Yep.
As we come back to action now. And here we go. And they're going to mix up a little bit. Donahue's going to be the lone back. But Carnahan at a tight end position. Two other receivers here on the near side.
They're going to reset where the ball's at, I do believe.
As they are going to talk about it. While they do that, here on the near side, Caleb Long is here on this side, and they are going to move it back a little bit more. Yeah. Matlack's also here on this near side. All righty. Now we think we got it. It's going to be first and, 19? They have to get down to about the 13-yard line, maybe inside the 13. Here is Sullivan. Two receivers over on the far side now. They have single coverage over there, and he's going to go to the air for the first time. He's going to throw it in the middle, and it is incomplete. Good job there defensively by the Falcons defender who got there and made that play.
Well,
and Well, yes.
I was going to say that's Max Salzman. Man,
Okay.
He was quick to the ball. He came flying in because it looked like Carnahan was wide open there for a minute.
And that's tough to thread that needle in there. You're right, Salzman got there in a hurry. Going to bring up second down now for McMinnville. It looks like they've made these all passing down possibilities after that first down play. And they've got trips over on the far side. Here on the near side is Schoaf. Is going to pitch it to Donahue. Donahue's going to go. He's going to step up the middle. Breaks one tackle, still on his feet, and does a good job. Gets inside the 20-yard line, maybe down to the 18. Nice pickup there.
Yeah, good 13-yard pickup there for Donahue, and he's kind of back on that train of good yardage, Brian. 40 carries, 40 yards on 4 carries. He's averaging 10 yards a carry so far tonight. McMinnville's really doing a good job running the ball, and you got to think this is going to be 4-down territory in all likelihood, because it would be a 35, 36-yard field goal attempt here. Maybe you go for it.
Here we go. It's going to bring 3rd and 6, and I think, Jeff, you are probably right on that as we're at 10:48 to go in the second quarter. Taking some time, just like you want to. High snap, but he's going to keep it. He's going to stutter step his way, try to find an opening. Is Sullivan, and Kane is going to get inside the 15, and he's going to be a couple yards short. So we said he has to get inside the 13 for a first down.
They're putting that down, at the between the 15 and 14-yard line there. So about 2 yards to go here. Kind of an interesting play call there where he just direct snap to him, and he kind of picked and chooses his way through the middle. He's 26 yards on 3 carries.
Well, here you go, full house backfield now in there.
Need a good snap.
And it's going to be an option, and you're right, snap's going to be huge. It's not good, and they're going to hand it off, and Donahue's not going to get it. And like he tried to do a handoff as the ball was kind of high and could not get it to him. Then he kind of lunged to get it to him and did not pick it up. And the Falcons stopped the Grizzlies there with 9:55 to go in the second quarter.
Well, it almost looked like the center snapped the ball before Kane was ready for that football to be back to him, as it seemed like it surprised him just a little bit, Brian. And, man, that's just untimeliness of things like that happening or just can really kill momentum in the game.
Yeah, but now you're asking your defense to step up again. Remember, you are without Mr. Fay, who is down here on a crutch on the sideline. So we'll be seeing him the rest of the night. Doesn't look like.
That's not what I want to hear.
All righty. Well, we've got 1st and 10 now for the Falcons. Last time they had the ball, they took a lot of time off the clock. And here's the pitch. And it's going to go. Now they're going to cut it up into the inside. Nobody there. That is huge. Look at him go, Jeff. And look at that, Smith. He's going to break one tackle, and he goes. He loses the ball out of bounds, but not before he gets down near the 45. They're going to mark at the 46-yard line.
Wow. 39-yard run
Perry?
there.
That was Perry.
Yeah, 39-yard run there. That was a nice run. He started left and then saw an opening back to the other side, and nobody was there. As we got a flag? No, I thought the official was pointing. The head official looked like he was pointing a different direction. So, anyways,
they are going to get ready.
Give him a first down, way out to the 46-yard line.
Oh, if that's your Falcons, you're going to do a lot of that because he went to one way and then he cut back upriver, and it was just an easy run there for him. Had some blockers out there as well. Here we go, 1st and 10 from the 46. Going to run right up the middle, and he's going to cut it to the outside now. And he's going to be hit once and then thrown down, and a nice job. They're going to mark him with a gain of about 1 there. Good job there defensively for the Grizzlies, and making the stop as Bison, who was there.
Yep.
One of the guys, Donahue, I think, was also in there for McMinnville.
Yeah, and again, Bison did a good job coming up, stringing it out, letting the help come behind him, and limiting that to 1 yard is a good play with Mickey Perry there, because he's got some wheels.
Yes, he does. Just a reminder, at halftime, we will go through some scores and kind of keep you updated and pass along what's happening, hopefully, around the state. As we come back to action here, Perry is the lone back in the backfield with Ochoa. You got trips over on the far side. They're going to throw to the far side. And a little screen pass, and he's going to cut it up, and he's going to be hit, and he's going to get a first down. Nice job there by Smith as he gets to the 35. Only need to get to the 36. It is going to be first down for the Falcons.
Well, again, Malik just doing what he does, Brian, on the edge, picking up a first down. And Dallas Ochoa so far, 5 of 5 tonight for 78 yards. That's not bad.
It's not bad, but a lot of his passes have been sideline to sideline.
Exactly. And then let the wide receiver do all the running.
Do all the running.
Get all the yards for him. Yeah, you are right.
However, though, you got to stop that, right?
You do.
All right, our score is 7-6. Grizzlies still lead, and here we go. It's going to be a little option there and going to the right side and just breaking his way right up the middle, and he has no one to beat here, and finally gets taken down at the 11-yard line. And, Jeff, too easy there for Smith as he just kept walking through, and you're in disbelief, I can tell now.
I am.
As he gets there to the 11-yard line.
I thought I saw another flag, but I didn't. So, Smith, again, a big gain of 24 there, Brian. And right now,
hopeful thinking.
I was hopeful because this drive's been a little too easy for Liberty.
It has, and once again, they've taken off a lot of time.
Yeah.
As we are down to 8 minutes to go in the quarter. Ochoa, shotgun formation, and he is going to run to the right, and he's going to keep it. He's going to try to go up the middle, and he's going to be taken down. Good job defensively. He does pick up about a yard, and the Grizzlies did a good job of making the stop there and not allowing Ochoa to have anything else.
He looked a little tentative as he was taking the ball down the line of scrimmage. Wasn't sure if he wanted to pitch it or not, and turned it up into a 1-yard gain. What do you think? Ball's going to go to the outside somewhere?
Yes.
Little pitch play here.
Pitch play, or they're going to run it and maybe do a double handoff and come back to the upstream. Has worked well as well.
Mm-hmm.
They have 2 receivers here on the near side, one on the far side. I believe that's Perry in the backfield. As Ochoa gets the snap, he's going to pitch it to Perry, and he's going to run, try to follow some blockers,
nice
and
play.
he is going to be taken down. It is a nice play over there on the far side, but he does get to about inside the 6-yard line as they keep the clock going as we're under 7 minutes now.
Yeah, that was a great – I couldn't see who got him from behind. That might have been Keller. Yeah, it might have been Keller reaching out to stop him at the 7. So 3 yards for Perry. And again, another kind of critical 3rd and 6 deep in McMinnville territory. They've been here a couple times.
Yeah, they love to get a stop, of course. They do lead, the Grizzlies do. It's kind of weird to say because it's one of those weird games where you've had the ball in the hands of the other team, Liberty, for so long, and Liberty still trailing by 1 point as they went 4-2 after they scored their touchdown. They have the ball here, shotgun formation, and they're going to hand it off and try to find a blocker. Nothing there. Good job there defensively by the interior line of the Grizzlies to come up and make a stop.
That was Keller again, Brian. He is having a whale of a first half so far, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Kate Foster also helping him. And that's the thing, team tackling. If you can do that, Jeff, as we have a timeout, we're going to take it as well. You can be very effective. 5:57 left to go in the quarter. Grizzlies lead 7-6. Don't go away. We'll be back right after this.
If you're looking for a financial advisor located here in McMinnville, Bethany Ablin has you covered. She has a holistic approach and understands what is most important to you, using an established process to build personalized strategies and partnering with you throughout your life to help keep you on track. Her investment philosophy is a long-term approach with an emphasis on quality, durability, historical context, and common sense. Give Bethany at Edward Jones a call at 503-472-0555.
Are you looking to spend less and get more on your next vehicle? At Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan, they've got you covered. As McMinnville's premier Ford and Nissan dealership, they offer a wide selection of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all in a stress-free, customer-first environment. Their motto, big enough to serve you, small enough to care, means you'll enjoy the convenience of a large dealership with the personal touch of a local business. Visit Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan at McMinnville today or call 503-376-9650. Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan.
As we come back here, they're going to go and they're going to pitch it. They had him stop, and then he cuts it upstream once again. Man. They had him stop, Jeff. Unfortunately, could not wrap him up, and a good job there of scoring once again for the Falcons.
Got to wrap him up, Brian, and they had him. They had him at the 14-yard line, and he just uses quickness to run away. And Mickey Perry now with another his first touchdown run. He's got 66 yards on 9 carries. That's just disheartening, man. To know that you were there and just couldn't quite make that tackle.
Right.
But I love that he was there to make the play.
Yeah.
Because last week at Lebanon, there were very few people
Right.
in the way to make the play. So,
well, here they go for 2 now, as this is going to be chasing 2, but I think this is what they do a lot of anyway.
Yeah.
Here goes Ochoa. He's going to drop back, and he's going to hand it off and right up the middle, and they push, and they score. 2-point conversion just like that. Now, this is why they go for it, I guess.
Yep.
And they do get the 2-point conversion to make the score now 14-7 in favor of Liberty. Well, Jeff, time of possession has said a lot here, but you're only trailing by 1 score.
You are, and that drive was a 4-minute drive, Brian, and they've had the ball for 14 minutes of this first half already, and McMinnville's only had the ball for 4.
Wow.
So,
wow.
You can kind of see the game plan there for Liberty. Take ball control to the nth level, a level a little bit higher than what McMinnville even likes to do.
Here's some scores for you to pass along here tonight. WNBA action, the Liberty Liberty trailing the Aces by a score of 52-49 at halftime. And the Ducks on top of Michigan State, 21-0 at the half.
Now, didn't I ask you, like a half an hour, 45 minutes ago, you said, I wonder what the score is or something. I said, is it 21-0 yet? That's pretty good.
That was pretty good. you did ask me like 2 minutes into the game.
I know, but
you did ask for it. I'll give it to you.
21-0.
That's right. All the Jonathan Smith haters are very happy right now. Just saying. Jeff's not even going to talk.
I told you I want both teams to lose tonight.
I know you do.
So.
It's not going to happen.
Yep.
All righty, here we go. Somebody has to lose. Here we go. It's going to be taken at the 20-yard line, go across the 30, and still in there, 35, 40. And he's going to come back, Jeff, and he's going to have a blocker. He's going to come this way, and he's tried to go up, and he couldn't get there, and he is hit and hit hard. And it's going to be to the 42-yard line.
Good return.
And it is a great return. It looked like, though, Jeff, that Wilson saw an opening somewhere as there's a flag back at the 32-yard line where they kicked off.
Going to be probably offsides where that penalty flag is at on the kickoff. And I'm not sure in high school football if you add 5 yards onto the end of the run, but good return for Wilson right there.
Well, with 5:35 to go, it is 14-7. McMinnville trailing Liberty right now.
Liberty backing up.
They are. And now, Jeff, time of possession. Do you have that really quickly on there?
I do. Oh,
maybe you have a second.
Foul. Personal foul against Liberty. That's going to be 15 yards from there. Yes, time of possession is 4 minutes to 14.
Wow.
So far. Right in that range. Yeah, just a little over.
And that doesn't really tell the whole story, but it does show you that, hey, the Grizzlies really, did a good job defensively. Even though they've given up 2 scores, they haven't given any big things.
They haven't.
And which is a good thing. If they can try to keep it in front of them, they keep this game close. As we come back to action here with 5:35 to go. Sullivan gets Carnahan in motion, goes over to the far side, got trips on the far side. They're going to show blitz, and Sullivan's going to just stutter step. He's going to try to find his way out, and he's not going to get anywhere. May have got back to the line of scrimmage, if anywhere, and he is stopped. Really nowhere to go there as Sullivan tried to find a way through his defense, could not find an opening.
Well, I don't want to say it, but Riley Donahue went the wrong way on that play.
All right.
He was supposed to be the pitch man out to the left, and he went right behind Kane Sullivan, it looked like to me. And Kane kind of did the best he could, but the blocking was not quite where it needed to be. So 2nd down and 10 here. 5 minutes to go straight up.
2 receivers here on the near side. Carnahan is getting his last minute instruction there from Sullivan. And let's see if they try to do something. They're going to show blitz, and Sullivan drops back. He looks. He double pumps. He throws long. He throws here. It has a receiver. It is caught and into the end zone. Wilson was left alone. Nobody around him. Touchdown, Grizzlies.
What a play, Brian. Was there any defender in your window on the video
You were closer
screen?
to him than anybody else, Jeff.
That was amazing. I'm not sure what happened, but bring it on back because there's a penalty flag right in the middle of the field. Oh, that's
all that fun for nothing.
Wow.
And really, Jeff, that penalty couldn't have taken that much because that pass was so quick. It was a double pump throw. Wilson was wide open.
Wow, that is a heartbreaker.
Ugh. As they are moving it back, as they move it to the 47-yard line.
4th penalty now, Brian, for McMinnville, and that is a deal breaker. Ooh, let's see if McMinnville can respond from that, because that's one where you can really get your head down and can really affect the rest of the game. We hope that's not the case here on this 1st and 20.
Let's call it 2nd and 20 from the 47, their own 47, shotgun formation. Wilson in motion. They're going to look for him now. He's not going to be left open this time.
No.
And here we go. Sullivan's going to throw it. He's going to drop it off to Carnahan. Carnahan's got Wilson blocking him.
Nice.
He's going to go forward, and he gets down near the 43-yard line. And nice job there by the Grizzlies. Don't have to get it all back in one swoop, Jeff. You got half of it back there, 10-yard gain to the 43. Nice job by Wilson to help protect Carnahan to allow him to get a few extra yards.
Exactly, and I like the way Carnahan just bowled over that defensive back. That could play dividends later if he sees that guy coming up, because Carnahan's like 6'3", I think.
Yes, he is, 205, and he's a sophomore.
He's a big fella, Brian, and I really like that play call.
Well, here we go. 3rd down and 10 now. We're at the 4-minute mark. Go ahead, Jeff.
I was going to say, that was only the second pass technically in the game for McMinnville.
Wow. Here comes Sullivan's 3rd pass now. As he looks, he's going to be flushed out. He's going to try to find somebody open. Looking. He's going to keep it. He's not going to pass it. And he's going to run out of bounds right in front of his bench as he gets to about the 39-yard line. And he's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards there. It's going to be 4th down and 6 with 3:43 to go. Clock stops. He goes out of bounds.
What you going to do here? What you going to do?
Looks like they are going to go for it.
Good for them. I like this call right here, Brian. Got a little bit of momentum moving.
Yeah, that's one of us that likes it up here. It's a 14-7 game. As they come up here now, and they are going for it, and they are going to talk about it, possibly, before going in for it. We will keep it right here as we have fulfilled all our breaks going into the halftime. And, Jeff, you've got 4th down and 6. What do you do?
You got to get a first down.
Okay.
I tell you what, that little out pattern to Carnahan just a little bit ago, 2 plays ago, was a nice 10-yard gain. Maybe use his body size to get him the ball again, Brian. I don't see if he's in the huddle. I can't read all the numbers down there, but right in front of us. But, the running game since Landon Fay's gone out has not been quite what it was before he was in there. And so let's see if Carnahan is out there. He's going to look like he's going to line up as an H-back type of play here on the far side. I look for something with him, Brian. He's got the size, 6'3". Throw it up there, let him go get it. Maybe a 7-yard, 8-yard pattern right down the middle and just turn and catch the ball.
All righty. I'd almost guess Sullivan, though, probably does something here.
Yeah.
All righty. Here's the score for you. Sprague leading South Salem 14-0.
Okay.
Here we go. 3 receivers over on the far side. Sullivan's going to look back. He's going to go. He's got a lot of people coming here. He drops it off. Donahue gets it. He's going to be very close to a first down, and he's going to get a first down inside the 34-yard line.
Well,
what a play, and nice job there by Donahue to extend it.
Well, didn't call that one, but it was right over the middle, 7 yards.
We'll take it.
I got that part of it.
6.5, really. We'll take it.
Yeah,
but
7 yards is 7 yards for the first down to keep the drive alive, and Donahue with a nice play. I like that little let everybody come to you and then dump it right over the top.
3:27 to go. Fresh set of downs for the Grizzlies as they are still taking time off the clock as we're at 3:20 now. Here we go, and Sullivan's going to hand it off, and spinning is Donahue, and he almost had a breakthrough there, but the defender grabbed his jersey and just held on for the ride. Maddox Recow just held on and drug him forward. Donahue did, but unfortunately could not break it because he was just one shirt grab for breaking it.
That's where he wanted one of those tearaway jerseys right there, because Donahue is a strong guy and just couldn't get out of that grip.
Yes, I can tell you about stories of using Pam on the jerseys. Illegal, but it was done back in Loveland, Colorado once. I remember I was calling games when that happened. Here we go, 2:39 to go. We'll talk about that story later.
Yeah.
2 receivers over on the far side. Now one, is they're going to go two here on the near side. Not single coverage, though. Sullivan's going to look to the near side. He's going to run up. He's going to keep it. He's going to go. He tries to spin. He's going to be hit, and he's going to be thrown down. Not before it picks up a couple yards there. And Royal Beard trimmed Sullivan right there and just took him to the ground.
That's a great name.
Yes,
that
it
is a great name. Threw him down like a sack of potatoes there, didn't he?
Not only that, Royal Beard, 6'2", 260.
He's a big dude.
Yes, and he fits that name perfectly.
Yeah. Well, you got to figure it's 4-down territory again if it was earlier.
Yeah, I think so.
And a short 5, long 4 right here.
As we are now at 150 and counting here in the second quarter. Grizzlies trail 14-7. 3 backs in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Donahue. No, Sullivan's going to keep it. He's going to try to go forward. Nothing there. Nothing there. And Jeff, once again, having the ball out there, a little chicken wing, and he brings it in, but not soon enough. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 4.
He should have handed it off, Brian, because Donahue slipped through the middle and was running kind of into that linebacker area on that play. But he decided to keep it and brings up 4th and pretty much a full 5 now.
The Grizzlies are still in their huddle, and they are going to come out here as we've down to 110, and they're probably going to take a timeout or they're going to take a penalty. Let's see, as they've taken a lot of time. Wow, I thought they were coming up. There's the 5-second call. Here we go. They are going for it. Sullivan's going to fake the throw. He's looking. He throws across the center. He has a receiver, and it is a nice play, and it is a catch at the 17-yard line, and that was Matlack who got there. Nice pattern. 1st down, Grizzlies.
Beautiful play by Matlack to come across the field and get up and make the play. 10 yards on that pass play. Beautifully done.
Here we go. Now the Grizzlies have to hurry it up a little bit. It's down to 46 seconds to go for McMinnville. Here we go. Sullivan's going to drop by, and he's going to go, and there's going to be a flag. He's going to be sacked in the backfield. Flag came flying in from the side, Judge, and it's going to be against McMinnville, and they're going to decline it.
Doggone it.
And that's a tough one. It's a really tough one because you had somebody open. He tried to just grab the ball. Looks like he kind of lost the hold of it, and they are going to decline it, but it will be placed back at the 24-yard line with 35 seconds to go.
7 yards lost there, and you almost wonder, should have McMinnville taken a timeout on that play to kind of gather themselves, Brian. They got 2 timeouts left. And
how about they take one right now?
Yeah, and kind of wonder if they should have taken it on the other side of that play just a second ago.
They are going to take it, and they will talk about 35 seconds, Jeff, and now you've got a little bit of time. What do you do if you're McMinnville on this? You need to get some points on here because you're going to give the ball to them. Or no, you're going to get the ball, so 2 for 1 here.
Yes, this is important. We talk about it multiple times, Brian. Going for that 2 for 1. Go the last 4 in, and the first 4 out of a half. Put points up on the board,
right.
And so do you give Bryce Wilson a chance if you're short on on 4th down? Say it's 4th and 5. Do you give Bryce Wilson a shot with like a 30-yard field goal to put some points up and take the lead, or not take the lead, but close the gap?
Yeah.
Or do you go for it? It's a tough one.
It's a really tough one as we get ready here to see what's going on as they come back out here now. As I may have my attention diverted.
No, you're doing good.
Okay.
You're doing great.
All right. Well, here we go. And Jeff, look for Carnahan. I think Carnahan may be the key right here. They've had him in single coverage here last couple of times. Can he get open, though? Maybe go to the right. And let's see if Sullivan has time to see him. Here we go. Sullivan looking over the defense.
Like a little combo pattern here between him. Yeah, right there.
And there they throw it, and it throws up for grabs. It's going to be intercepted. He just threw that one up for grabs. He kind of kind of knew he was going to Carnahan, and apparently somebody else do it too.
Well, you did.
Well, unfortunately, but I think also there with the interception was Perry.
Yeah.
And they come up and they stop the Grizzlies with 28 seconds to go.
That's a drive killer, unfortunately, right there, Brian. McMinnville had something going, and then just kind of a little, pass that just didn't have any zip on it out there, and see if what Liberty decides to do here, because they have the potential to be a quick strike offense here, and let's hope they don't.
Well, they got that speed, right?
Yeah.
You got Thelke, and you also, let's see, who was the other guys? Perry, who've got some speed. And here they come up here now with 28 seconds to go. They maybe try to run something, see if they can break it here, and they hand it off the back, and he goes forward, and nothing there. Good job defensively. They just kind of powered forward for about 4 yards, though. Gosh, didn't look like he had much, but he gets to the 14-yard line.
Is that Jones on the carry, I think?
Yes. As we are down now to 12 seconds, and they may not run another play. I don't think it behooves them to do that, as that will be the last play of the first half. Our score at halftime is 14-7, and really it was actually a quarter, Jeff, or a half that the Grizzlies looked great defensively at times.
Yeah, they really did. And then, there were a long drive there by Liberty to kind of start them off, and then using some speed to get out and about. And they go into the halftime with a lead of 14-7. But McMinnville playing way better this week than they did last week, Brian, quite honestly.
Yeah, I agree too. They showed it, and they showed they can score.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have the ball a lot. You'll give us some stats here later on.
Yeah.
But they didn't need it. But they do trail 14-7. However, they will get the ball to start off the second half, which is important. And would have been nice to put some points up, but we'll see what happens now as they will get the ball to start off the second half. Our score at halftime: Grizzlies trail to the Falcons by a score of 14-7. Don't go away. We're going to talk more about this, give you some scores from around the league and the state, and much more here on AM 1260 KLYC McMinnville and YamhillToday.com.
McMinnville Les Schwab is a proud sponsor of Grizzly football on Yamhill Today. When you shop at Les Schwab, they promise you the best tire value. This means you get free peace of mind protection and free lifetime tire and mileage care included in your purchase. McMinnville Les Schwab. They want to be the neighbor down the street you know and trust. We thank McMinnville Les Schwab for their support of McMinnville Grizzly football.
I'm Mark Hartzell, and I shop at Big Box Returns for all my furniture. And I get my paddle boards.
Big Box is 5-piece, brand new dining sets.
Big Box is 800 count sheets. Holy cow, that's a lot of count.
Big Box is sheepskin rugs.
We're open every Saturday and Sunday 9 to 5. We are located right across the street from the Yamhill County Fairgrounds. Come on down.
As we come back here to McMinnville High School, Brian Erickson along with Jeff Ivey, and we got the dance team out there for McMinnville, and the band is coming out here as well. We are here at Homecoming 2024, and we've got a barn burner, Jeff, 14-7. It's been a good one here so far in this ball game.
It has, Brian, and the improvement on the defensive side of the ball is really encouraging to me tonight. After last week's game down in Lebanon, they given up some yards, 182 total yards given up in that first half, but really there were two long drives for Liberty, and took a lot of time off the clock. So I really feel good about where McMinnville is right now, especially getting the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, I do too. And really, you need to make something happen, though, Jeff. You need to get some points on the board, and it would have been great to score there. But your defense is holding them. I mean, you're really doing a good job of doing something that a lot of people thought wasn't going to happen tonight.
Yeah, when you think about it, you've had the ball at the 15-yard line. You couldn't convert on a fourth down, and then you had the ball deep on the 17-yard line and throw an interception.
Yeah.
So you've been able to get down inside the red zone. You just have only capitalized one of the 3 times that you're down there. So a little bit of change, a little bit of more precision, those mistakes that come up and creep up and can cause drives, got to get rid of those. Because that was that two turnovers in the first half for McMinnville there?
Yeah,
I believe.
I think so.
Let me look here. Oh, no, just one. Liberty had the fumble as well. So
each
team had a turnover, 1 interception, 1 fumble. But, it's just those little things. You're just a little bit, an inch away here or there, Brian, and you could be tied easily at halftime,
right,
if not with the lead. It's just that's the way the game goes sometimes.
Right, and that's why we play it, right?
Yep.
I mean, it makes it fun, and you never know what's going to happen. And unfortunately, we are trailing, but still a whole second half left to go in this ball game. Grizzlies trail by a score of 14-7. 8-7. And we are here at halftime, and we are here at homecoming.
Yeah.
Beautiful night. And
gorgeous night for football.
It really is. And if we can stay this way, we'll be very happy. Of course, there's a lot of action to talk about. We'll get some scores for you after we get some stats, but we've also got Oregon State tomorrow. You can hear the game live here on AM 1260 KLYC McMinnville, and that will be a 3:30 kickoff. So pregame show 1:30 here on AM 1260 KLYC. So
that'll be good.
Yeah, should be good. Also, the Ducks playing tonight against Michigan State. We'll talk more about that, of course. But Jeff, it's time.
Is it?
It's time for the stats.
All right. We'll look at team stats first. It's 14-7. That's the most important team stat of them all when you come to a football game. Falcons leading Grizzlies here at homecoming. 8 first downs for Liberty. McMinnville with 4. I mentioned 182 total yards for Liberty on 27 plays, getting about 6.7 yards per play. McMinnville 94 yards on 19 plays, averaging right about 5 yards per play. 78 yards through the air and 104 on the ground for Liberty. And 27 on the air for McMinnville and 67 through the air. 4 penalties, though, for McMinnville in that first half. Only one for Liberty that was accepted for 10 yards, and 29 was the total for McMinnville. Each team with a turnover, McMinnville with an interception, and Liberty with a fumble. No punts in that first half, which is really nice to see. And this is what's amazing. The average starting field position for Liberty tonight, their own 14-yard line. The average starting field position for McMinnville, the 38-yard line of Liberty. So just let that one sink in, that you have gotten great field position all night long. And let's hope that continues for McMinnville as we get ready in about 15 minutes to start the second half. Dallas Ochoa, the backup quarterback, he's 5 for 5 in that first half for 78 yards. He's got some big passing plays when they needed it. Trevor Theichel had 2 receptions for 54. Malik Smith, 2 receptions for 15. And Ben James had 1 reception for 9 yards. Running the ball, Trevor Theichel carried the ball 4 times for -9 yards. Malik Smith, 4 carries for 36 yards. Matt Jones, 2 carries, 9 yards, and a touchdown. Dallas Ochoa, 3 carries, 2 yards. And Mickey Perry, the big running back who's kind of done it all so far tonight for Dustin McGee's Falcons, 9 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown. On the other side of the ball for McMinnville, Kane Sullivan is 3 of 5 passing for 27 yards. He did throw that 1 interception, but no touchdowns in that first half. Raleigh Donahue, 42 yards on 6 carries and a touchdown. And Kane Sullivan, the only other player to carry the ball on a run, 8 carries for 25 yards. Riley Donahue, 1 reception for 7 yards. Jace Matlock, 1 reception for 10 yards. And Tyler Carnahan, 1 reception for 10 yards again tonight as well. So McMinnville has done a pretty good job on the offensive side of the ball. They just kind of stall out when they get inside the red zone, and that's something that they need to work on here in the second half if they want to have a chance to get back in this ball game. And, of course, they come back out at the halftime with the ball first. So see what kind of changes Ty Tomlin wants to make and see if he can get the offense going. Of course, a little bit of area concern is the offensive lineman for McMinnville, Landon Fay, walking on the sidelines. Good to see him walking and up, but using crutches. So not sure that he'll be coming back in this game. And that is a honest blow to the offensive and defensive line of McMinnville going forward in tonight's game.
Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
All righty. Halftime, we're here. The band is playing out there now, and we've got a little extended halftime here. So we'll have some time to get some scores for you and all that fun stuff. Our score here, 14-7, Falcons in the lead at halftime. Don't go away. We'll be back with more here on AM 1260 KLYC McMinnville.
Are you looking to spend less and get more on your next vehicle? At Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan, they've got you covered. As McMinnville's premier Ford and Nissan dealership, they offer a wide selection of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all in a stress-free, customer-first environment. Their motto, big enough to serve you, small enough to care, means you'll enjoy the convenience of a large dealership with the personal touch of a local business. Visit Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan at McMinnville today or call 503-376-9650. Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan.
Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab wants to see you make a full and quick recovery so that you can get back into life and the things that you like to do. Their friendly staff will listen and encourage and guide you through each step of the rehabilitation process, from low back pain to post-surgical rehabilitation after a shoulder surgery or knee replacement. They are here to help. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab. Give them a call at 503-435-1900.
Meeting the needs of not only our team, but our community with kindness and compassion and understanding. We have those moments every day. I think that's probably the coolest part of what I get to do. Treating people with kindness is such an important thing to our hospital. From the moment I show up here to the moment I leave, it is just a collection of big, meaningful moments between the community and staff.
That was the message from Willamette Valley Medical Center. Welcome back here. Halftime is where we're at. Our score is 14-7. As we have the McMinnville High School Band performing down there on the field right now, and kind of cool to see them in full uniform and doing another fine performance here as we are here at halftime. As we'll give you a bigger shot there of them. Just a reminder, we've got some scores for you. We'll go ahead and pass along those. I did have that South Salem Sprague score, and unfortunately it wasn't what I wanted. It is 14-0 Sprague in the lead right now. So hopefully that, we'll give you an update on that. Let's see. 21-0 at halftime. Oregon on top of Michigan State. And see if we give you some more scores from around the area as well. As we've talked about, a lot of scores don't come in like they used to. Dallas Dragons on top of South Albany, 28-0. Monroe losing big to St. Paul, 41-0. And that's all we got from that place. So we'll try to get you some more scores as well. And you can only effort so much these times, as a lot of places really do a lot of scores and keeping them updated like they used to. As we have another place to check, and let's see, they'd have none as well. So there we go. We may have to go, Jeff, to the old school way of maybe looking at some Twitter, so or X or whatever they call it now. And hey, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, they didn't have any scores updated as well. So a lot of games though to talk about. Excuse me.
Sorry. Hi.
Hello. As Jeff comes back, and Yamhill Carlton is at Nissa tonight, and trying to get you some other.
Lake Oswego's up on Tualatin, 21-7.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a really big one.
Hood River Valley 7, Forest Grove 6. Sunset leading Mountainside 21-14 at the half. Let's see here. Oh, Lake Oswego 21-14, just as I said that. South Albany trails Dallas.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah, it's big
that's
time.
That's a big one.
Big one.
That's a big one. Let's see if I got anything here. No.
We know Amity is on the road here tonight at Newport, and haven't got a score from them yet.
Okay, St. Paul over Monroe, 41-0 at halftime. And it looks like Tualatin might have got a safety. 21-16 with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Let's see if I can find any more, Brian.
All right, we're still trying to get some. Yeah, it's
slim pickings out there, isn't it?
It is. It's not like it used to be.
It's too bad.
It really is, and it changed quickly, right?
It did.
Yeah, so it's just like you don't have people calling in scores, or they'll just go to the OSAA tonight, late at night or something, and check them there, because, of course, coaches have to submit them by a certain time. But we'll try to get you some here, hopefully, towards the end.
Did you have a South Salem Sprague score?
No, they decided not to play that game right now.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Not that good, huh?
No, it's still 14-0 last I checked. So I have to go to my eye in the sky. And
on the field reporters?
Well, just the camera on the field, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's you can't even see anything except for the score. So that's the good thing, I guess, is the Grizzlies coming back out here as we get ready.
I like that they got some energy coming out of halftime, don't they? Look at that. Running out, not
there
just jogging. They are running out. I like to see that.
That's what we need right there. So we're about 1:33 away from adding a few more minutes onto the clock as we are still here at halftime as we're on the far side. The Liberty Falcons are coming out here as well.
The obligatory 3-minute ad.
Yes.
After the 15-minute halftime that is supposed to do that anyways.
Yes, exactly, whatever. Here's an update for you. Sprague 21, South nothing.
Okay.
Still 1:09 left to go in the second quarter of that game.
Okay.
Tough one.
Well, yeah. I mean,
tough one.
I don't have a rooting interest in it, but anymore, I should say. My daughters went to Sprague, I might have, but
tough one.
That's
all I have to say.
Well,
all right.
Especially if your expectations of the South was to be a good team, and I thought they were. New coach coming in though, sometimes
tough one.
Sometimes a new coach coming in maybe is a little bit of a challenge, but they'll right the ship, Brian. They'll right the ship. They will.
Okay.
Have faith.
Okay. I'm taking some time off next week. It's all good. Oh well, what do you do? Alrighty, we're a couple minutes away from kickoff here, and we got a great game here, 14-7, just all you could ask for in this one, Jeff, and we'll come back with the second half kickoff coming up here on YamhillToday.com and AM 1260 KLYC.
If you're looking for a financial advisor located here in McMinnville, Bethany Ablin has you covered. She has a holistic approach and understands what is most important to you, using an established process to build personalized strategies and partnering with you throughout your life to help keep you on track. Her investment philosophy is a long-term approach with an emphasis on quality, durability, historical context, and common sense. Give Bethany at Edward Jones a call at 503-472-0555. Transitions in life. Sometimes it's difficult. When a loved one leaves us, Macy & Son is there for you, a trusted friend for 5 generations in Yamhill County. At that time, you have lots of questions and you need someone to walk with in every step of the way. Burial or cremation and a myriad of other options, let Macy & Son walk that journey with you. Macy & Son McMinnville. Give them a call, 503-472-6151.
I'm Mark Hartzell, and I shop at Big Box Returns for all my furniture. And I get my paddle boards.
Big Box is 5-piece, brand new dining sets.
Big Box is 800 count sheets. Holy cow, that's a lot of count.
Big Box is sheepskin rugs.
We're open every Saturday and Sunday 9 to 5. We are located right across the street from the Yamhill County Fairgrounds. Come on down.
As we come back here, Brian Ayers along with Jeff Ivey. And Jeff, we get ready for the second half kickoff for tonight's action. Grizzlies get the ball. They need to put something up, I think, pretty quickly, Jeff, and make a statement.
Well, they do. What a great time to make a statement, Brian, and then right out of halftime. And I look for, McMinnville to continue to do what they're doing. They've been having some success with running the ball tonight and, throwing it, mixing in the pass, which we said they had to do a little bit better tonight than they did against Lebanon. And in my opinion, the yards don't show it, but the plays that they've completed do show it.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree on that. And that's what they're going to have to do the second half. Then defense, they're going to have to step up, and their offensive line, defensive line without Landon Fay are going to have to step up as well. And they did. They did after he went out even. All righty.
They continue to do that.
Yes, they do. As we get ready here now, Ben James on to kick. And it's going to be a little squib kick, and it's going to be taken about the 16-yard line. Go around the right side, breaks one tackle, throw on his feet. James goes forward and goes and trying to push to the 38-yard line. I should say Wilson, who that was. And Wilson does fight his way. They finally mark him to the 39. All righty, so another decent return. And now, Jeff, need to make something happen.
Really good return there, Brian. They've just had outstanding field position to start every drive tonight. This is only their 4th drive of the night.
You know what?
What?
they've kicked the ball off 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
They're kicking deep. They're not even doing this quickly.
They're not.
This is really interesting.
It is interesting.
There you go.
Is it going to come back and?
Well, they saving it?
Maybe.
Saving it, who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Right now, the Grizzlies, though, good field position on the return there by Bryce Wilson. Here we go. Sullivan's going to keep it. He's going to run to the left side. He's got a blocker. He's going to be taken down, though, not before he picked up a couple yards as he gets inside the 39-yard line. You know, Jeff, I think this Liberty team has kindly figured out, hey, we can stop him because he likes to just cut in there and kind of stutter step, twinkle toes through there. And they've stopped him the last probably 3 or 4 times he's tried that.
They have. He's gotten 2 yards about 2 out of the last 3 carries of the ball, Brian, on that very similar play to that. And it's just kind of a slow developer.
Well, he's got 3 receivers here on the near side now. And here we go. He's going to throw the ball. He's looking. He's going to step in. He's going to come here on the near side. Looking. He's going to stutter step and step on the inside, and he's going to be hit, but not before he picks up about 6 yards to the 47-yard line.
That's a good job. Good decision by him to pull the ball down and get what he could and bring up a very manageable 3rd and 2 here.
We are at 10:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Grizzlies trail 14-7 on this Friday night. From McMinnville High School, Brian and Jeff with you. Just a reminder, we'll be back with you on Thursday night from Newburgh High School next week here on YamHillToday.com and AM 1260 KLYC. 3rd and 2. They're going to show the blitz, and he's going to keep it. He's going to roll it up, and Sullivan's going to break it through. He's going to get a first down and more as he gets into Falcon territory to the 44-yard line. Nice run that time.
Nice 9-yard pickup, and that was a decisive move, Brian, when he got to the line of scrimmage, saw the hole open up and put the foot down and went forward. And that's how you get those 9-yard gains, no indecisiveness.
No, I think you're right. I think the offensive line did a good job of blocking who they had to block as well. And just kind of knew where to go.
You know, I was on that right before that last play. I was looking at big old number 76, Andres Ornelas, 6'4", 300 pounds, right in the middle of that defensive line, and he is a big mountain of a man.
1st and 10 now, shotgun formation. Sullivan's going to hand it off, and he's going to go to the right side and kind of stutter step his way. Donahue, and he gets inside the 33, and let's see where they mark him at the 31-yard line, maybe even inside that. Nice job there by Donahue. Nice job by the offensive line, opening some holes for him.
And getting downfield. And Donahue did a good job of cutting inside a offensive lineman that was blocking to the outside, pushing the defender to the outside. And Donahue saw that little lane open up, and he kicked into it. And beautiful 13-yard gain there.
9:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Trips over on the far side. And let's see what they decide to do. They are going to throw it. Sullivan's going to throw it over there. A little screen pass. Ball drops to the ground. They're going to say it's incomplete, but they're going to run with it. And they do stop here. They do blow it down, and it was a close one there.
McMinnville very lucky.
Yes, they were. It is an incomplete pass. And, Jeff, you threw that screen pass knowing they're screening. It's like they blew through the screen.
They had a key on something on that play, Brian, and just come up and make a play. Now let's see if McMinnville counters a little bit later with a very similar formation and maybe a go route behind the screen play out to the flats.
Clock is stopped with 9:17 to go. Here come the Grizzlies up to the line of scrimmage. 1 receiver on each side. Actually, 2 on the far side, I should say. Here we go. And they got Donahue and Carnahan in the backfield. And high snap. They're going to get to Donahue. He's going to roll on the right side. He's going to follow his blockers. He's going to cut it up. He's still on his feet. He sidelegs. He goes, and he's still inbounds. He gets it. Touchdown, Grizzlies. Donahue with the run, and how he stayed in bounds and just keeping his feet on the side and did a good job of getting in there for the score.
What a tightrope. I mean, a tightrope down the sideline, Brian, for his 2nd touchdown of the night. What a fantastic play, and that's what McMinnville needed coming out of the halftime break.
It's exactly what they need. As they're going on now to see about tying this ball game, as it is 14-13. As we will make some of those changes here. Wilson on to kick the extra point. And, Jeff, you said it. That's exactly what they needed to do, as Wilson is on to kick it. Sullivan is holding. Here's the snap. It's good. The kick is up, and the kick is good as well. Just what we needed, and we're tied up with 9:07 left to go in the third quarter. Grizzlies and the Falcons don't go away. We'll be back after this timeout.
Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab wants to see you make a full and quick recovery so that you can get back into life and the things that you like to do. Their friendly staff will listen and encourage and guide you through each step of the rehabilitation process. From low back pain to post-surgical rehabilitation after a shoulder surgery or knee replacement, they are here to help. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab. Give them a call at 503-435-1900.
Are you looking to spend less and get more on your next vehicle? At Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan, they've got you covered. As McMinnville's premier Ford and Nissan dealership, they offer a wide selection of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all in a stress-free, customer-first environment. Their motto, big enough to serve you, small enough to care, means you'll enjoy the convenience of a large dealership with the personal touch of a local business. Visit Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan at McMinnville today or call 503-376-9650. Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan.
As we come back here, the Grizzlies have tied this ball game with 9:07 to go in the third quarter. As Wilson is going to kick, and it's going to be a long, deep kick.
Nice.
And it's exactly what you want through the end zone. And now, Jeff, the defense, first time they're going to see some action here in this second half. What do they need to do in the second half?
Well, they need to stop those third and 8s, those 3rd and 9s that they gave up a couple times, first downs to Liberty, and then those bigger runs where they cut back against the field and used their speed, Brian. So they were doing a good job bottling up that middle, but it was when Liberty got to the outsides where they were able to use their speed to the corners a little bit more. So let's see if McMinnville can keep them from doing that here on their opening drive of the half.
You got James here on the near side, and I believe Abu Zaji as well as they come in here, and he's in motion, and it's going to be a handoff to him. Going to go on the far side, and he's going to cut the corner, going to get a first down and more, and finally hit, but not before he gets in front of his team way over on the far side. Another nice run, and Jeff, they cut the corner again.
They did, and again, speed to the corner. It's really hard for McMinnville to defend. And 34 or 14 yards on that run. That's the first carry for James tonight. It's kind of a weapon right there.
Yeah, and they didn't use him all first half,
No.
which is interesting.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. They've got a few weapons here. We're at 9 minutes exactly to go in the third quarter. We're tied up at 14. Here come the Falcons. Trips here on the near side. I believe that's Smith over here on the near side along with Abu Aji.
Look for some sort of counter the other way, Brian.
Here they go. It's going to be a pitch, and it's going to go trying to cut there and cutting up and a nice run. And he does get inside the 40 as there's a flag coming out. And a lot of looking at each other. Perry with the run there.
Yeah, I heard holding from about 4 people up here in the press box, and I wondered if that's what the officials had going to call right there. It was a pretty big hole that opened up, and it's like they're
discussing it.
They are discussing it, and
dun, 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 dun. 8:52 to go in the third quarter. It is 14-14. Liberty and McMinnville tied up, and we've got ourselves a great ball game here tonight. And we do get the hold against Liberty after all that.
Only the second penalty of the night.
Wow.
For Liberty.
For Liberty, definitely.
Yeah.
That's one thing they've done well, and that's a good thing for them. I mean, they've kept the penalties down because penalties do hurt you. We've seen that tonight for McMinnville.
Now, McMinnville, let's see what you can do here. First and, 19, 18? Yeah.
Well, let's see if they can stop them, and let's see if Liberty continues to do the little runs. Maybe try that counter again. Here we go. 2 receivers here on the near side, and it's going to be a double handoff on the far side, and he's going to cut it up. And he beat his guy, beat Wilson. Wilson finally, or somebody got to him at the 40-yard line. It may have been Wilson, But just another fast run there by the Falcons, almost like they were toying with them there, Smith.
No, that was Keller. Made the play from the backside again, Brian, because you mentioned it. Wilson kind of juked inside, and he went outside. And that's a tough play when you're out there on your own out in the flats. Pick up out to the 38-yard line. So 12 yards on that play.
And they've got Smith kind of in that slot position. Once again, he's definitely looking almost at the coaching staff. Now he's going to go out, and there's going to be a keeper and nothing there. Good job there defensively. I say nothing. They do give him about a yard coming up there and making the play. Was that KLYC Sparks? And it's going to bring up third down now.
You can give him 2 on that play to
the
quarterback, Dallas Ochoa. And again, this is one of those 3rd and 5s, 3rd and 4s.
It's a big one.
McMinnville has had a hard time stopping so far in this game. So let's see what the defense can do here. Time for him to step up.
It's funny they go away from that. Oh, there he is. He's over on the far side now at Smith in that slot formation. He can go a lot of different ways from there. Can. And he does. Here we go. They're going to throw now. They're going to throw it. Left-handed quarterback. He throws it. He's got a receiver. It is caught. Yes, it is a wheel route and too easy. The Grizzlies, they were stymied on that one. They did not expect it.
Well, they ran that same exact play right down here in front of us in the first half, Brian, and it was beautifully designed to get the ball out to the running back, Mickey Perry, and he did a good job getting down the field to the 40 for a pickup of 20.
7:45 and counting, and there's a big first down for the Grizzlies. Excuse me, for the Falcons. Now the Grizzlies have to step up defensively as they are at the 40. You can bend but not break.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do. See if they can come up with another big play here as they come up, the Falcons do. Now under 7:30 to go in the quarter. We're tied at 14. Ochoa, he's going to hand it off, break it right through. He's going to break one tackle and still on his feet. He's going to beat them all, it looks like. Touchdown. Wow, no flags on the play. Mikey Perry, he had the handoff and just went right up the middle, Jeff, and untouched. First time we've seen anything like that tonight.
Yeah, that was just an inside handoff right through it looked like the center and the guard gap. Nobody touched him, and he was gone quickly for 40.
That makes it 20-14, pending the looks like they're going to kick now, possibly, as they might be coming out here. They've got their kicker, who's got a tee in his hand. And that's just a tough break for McMinnville.
It is.
Because they have done a good job defensively and just a tough break there. Now they're not going to kick. All righty.
But, speaking of the defense, though, Brian, they had a chance. 3rd and 5, and they let a big play go again.
Here comes Ochoa, and he's going to throw it. And he's going to double hand off, and he goes right up and into the score. They got 2-point conversion. Too easy there. And that, Jeff, makes it a little more challenging as well, because now it is an 8-point lead for the Falcons with 7:13 left to go here in the third quarter. Don't go away. Our score, Liberty 22, McMinnville 14. Here's a word from Willamette Valley Medical Center.
Meeting the needs of not only our team, but our community with kindness and compassion and understanding. We have those moments every day. I think that's probably the coolest part of what I get to do. Treating people with kindness is such an important thing to our hospital. From the moment I show up here to the moment I leave, it is just a collection of big, meaningful moments between the community and staff.
Transitions in life. Sometimes it's difficult. When a loved one leaves us, Macy & Son is there for you, a trusted friend for 5 generations in Yamhill County. At that time, you have lots of questions and you need someone to walk with in every step of the way. Burial or cremation and a myriad of other options, let Macy & Son walk that journey with you. Macy & Son McMinnville. Give them a call, 503-472-6151.
As we come back here, Brian Erickson, Jeff Ivey, and Jeff, the ball is kicked out of bounds just like that. Do want to say, thank you for everyone watching here tonight, and also thank you for being involved actively in the chat. And apparently, we had both of our mothers watching at one time in the chat. From
Hi, Mom.
Quickly saw. I didn't have time to read them all. And,
Hi, Mom.
thank you for all the well wishes as well. So
awesome.
it's kind of fun to see. I don't have time to always look at the chat.
Yeah.
And just got a quick glance at it and kind of blowing up in there. So kind of fun to see. As we come back to action with 7:11 to go here in the third quarter. Grizzlies trail 22-14. Here comes Sullivan. Shotgun formation. Trips. He's got Donahue in the backfield. He pitches to him. He's going to try to cut up. He has a good job of making something out of nothing because he had one guy there waiting for him, but he did kind of stutter step his way around him, and he picked up a nice gain of about 7 yards.
Yeah, it was really, that stutter step got him that extra 3 or 4 yards on the end of that run. So it was a nice job. He kind of just saw a little opening there, and with the stutter step, put the foot down, and off he went. Nice play by Donahue. He's up to 93 yards on 9 carries.
He's had himself another good night.
Yeah.
Fun to see him run. He has been a great addition this year, and here he goes again. He's going to break it through. He's going to get over 100 now. Still on his feet. He gets into Falcon territory, gets to the 44-yard line.
14 on that play, and just the patience that he had. Just the patience is crazy. 107 yards now, Brian. And this is a good drive so far. Let's see if McMinnville can keep it going.
Well, they're going to have to put some points on the board, definitely. Yes. But great start here for McMinnville. Like to see the positive energy, as you said, as they came out as well. And they have carried that over here in the second half. They do trail by 8, though. Here is Sullivan. He's going to keep it. He's going to try to find a blocker. Going to go forward. He's going to get a nice run. He gets inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to get a first down, as it looks like. It'll be awfully close. It is. They're going to say, bring it on down. First down, Grizzlies, as he gets to the 34-yard line. And they're still talking. Okay, now they're going.
There it goes.
Okay. Like you motioned, but they weren't moving. Yeah. But they do get it. And first down, McMinnville to the 34.
52 yards for Kane Sullivan so far on the ground.
I think we've kind of seen the offense evolve to this option here, and it's been very effective here tonight. Here we go. First and 10, 5:35 and counting. Here is Sullivan going to keep it. He's going to try to follow a blocker, still finding his way. And here he gets a couple of yards to the 32, maybe call it 2.5 yards there. And he's going to bring up second down and call it 8.
Good drive. Good drive. But sometimes those snaps back to the quarterback are just a little off, and then that just blows up the entire timing of the play still.
It is, but it's something that you what do you do? Do you, besides practice it?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really go under center with the way Sullivan does his stuff. So here we go. And it's going to be a handoff. Going to go to Donahue, the right side. He goes through, and he gets in there. He meets a tackler. He still bounces off him, and he gets inside the 10-yard line. He gets to the 10. A nice run there, as we do have an injured player there for Lincoln. Hopefully he's going to be all right, but it was a great run there by Donahue, and that is going to bring up a first down, and we will go ahead and take a timeout with 4:48 to go here in the third quarter. Our score is 22-14. Grizzlies, they do trail. However, they are threatening. Don't go away. You're listening to us here on AM 1260 KLYC and also watching us on YamHillToday.com.
McMinnville Les Schwab is a proud sponsor of Grizzly football on Yamhill Today. When you shop at Les Schwab, they promise you the best tire value. This means you get free peace of mind protection and free lifetime tire and mileage care included in your purchase. McMinnville Les Schwab. They want to be the neighbor down the street you know and trust. We thank McMinnville Les Schwab for their support of McMinnville Grizzly football.
Are you looking to spend less and get more on your next vehicle? At Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan, they've got you covered. As McMinnville's premier Ford and Nissan dealership, they offer a wide selection of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all in a stress-free, customer-first environment. Their motto, big enough to serve you, small enough to care, means you'll enjoy the convenience of a large dealership with the personal touch of a local business. Visit Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan at McMinnville today or call 503-376-9650. Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan.
Transitions in life. Sometimes it's difficult. When a loved one leaves us, Macy & Son is there for you. a trusted friend for 5 generations in Yamhill County. At that time, you have lots of questions and you need someone to walk with in every step of the way. Burial or cremation and a myriad of other options, let Macy & Son walk that journey with you. Macy & Son McMinnville. Give them a call, 503-472-6151.
All righty, as we come out here and come back to action with 4:45 to go, here come the Grizzlies, and it's going to be handoff to Donahue, roller on the right side. He goes forward, he goes, and he's going to be out of the 1 yard line. And a nice run. He thought he got in there, and it's going to be down to the 1 yard line as the pylon goes flying.
That was awesome play. That was awesome. You never like to see your running back go flying through the air, but that was fun to watch.
Here we go as they come up to the line pretty quickly. And let's see what Sullivan decides to do. He makes out the call and takes his time. He's going to take it. He's going to roll it to the right side. Donahue goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies! Nice job by the offensive line. Just opening it up. And Donahue just kind of ran to the side and found the opening, and he puts up the points to make it 22-20.
His third touchdown of the night, Brian, to go along with 139 yards on 13 carries. He has been a yeoman tonight after a very subpar game last week of only 50 yards.
Yeah. Well, let's see now, Jeff. Here is the big play, is because you're trailing by 2 even after that score.
And it looks like McMinnville's going to go for 2 here.
They are. With the momentum, you might as well, right?
Yeah.
All righty, here they come. 4:03 to go. Here's the 2-point conversion. Sullivan taking his time. He's going to look. He's going to throw it. He's going to chop it off.
Nice
Has
play.
Carnahan into the end zone. Touchdown. 2-point conversion is exactly what they wanted, and that's exactly what they did. And, Jeff, we called for that play, a couple quarters ago, didn't we?
We did. It's 15 points now here in the third quarter for McMinnville. Ties it up, and that was a beautiful play as Liberty sold out to the run everywhere, and they were able to get the 2 points to tie it up.
It is 22-22, and Jeff, they did exactly what they needed to do. They moved the ball, got him there. Nice job there, and a nice run by Donahue, and he's been Mr. Everything here tonight once again.
He has, and that was 65 yards in 7 plays, Brian. 3 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock, and McMinnville continues to answer the Liberty offense. Let's see if they can stop the Liberty offense.
Right.
Let's not answer them. Let's stop them, because you've been pretty much doing whatever you want to do on the offensive side of the ball so far tonight.
The Liberty Falcon who was injured was Matt Saltzman.
Okay.
And Saltzman, the senior, he's right down here. He's being attended to by the trainers of McMinnville, and looks like he's getting a wrap, so he's going to be all right.
Nice kick.
It is a long kick, and it's to be taken at about the 4-yard, maybe 3-yard line. Going to go up to the right side and breaks one tackle right in front of the Falcon bench, and that's where he's going to be out of bounds, right around the 30-some yard line. That's where they're going to mark it, and that's where they'll have it. So now, Jeff, defense, asking them to step up. Close ball game, 3:56 to go in the third quarter, tied up at 22.
Yes, and Brian, believe it or not, this is the best field position starting a drive Liberty's had tonight so far. Their average has been the 17-yard line, so the 30 is almost double that.
Well, now let's see if you can stop them. As starting to move a little bit here in the press box again.
Yeah.
So
that's not a earthquake or anything.
It's just added to the excitement here. Here we go. Trips formation for the Falcons. They hand it off. He's got a blocker. Going to cut to the outside. He's going to now cut to the inside. Breaks the tackle. Still on his feet. And he goes to the far side again. And he's just bouncing around. He's still going. And he finally, he's still on his feet. Then he gets hit hard at the 45 on the far side.
How many tackles did he break, Brian? 4?
All of them.
5?
Yes.
It was a crazy run right there.
Yeah.
Of 25 yards.
And he ran 25 yards from the hash to hash, right? but he ran all over the field, probably ran about 50 yards.
Last 2 carries, 65 yards.
Wow. Well, they've got to stop him.
131 on 11 carries. That's craziness is what that is.
They need to try to stop him here as they come back out here. 1st and 10 from the 45. And here goes the handoff right up the middle. Breaking tackle, still on his feet. Breaking the 2nd tackle, 3rd tackle.
Ball's out.
And the ball is down the ground, and it's going to be recovered by McMinnville. And the Grizzlies come up with it, and they're going to talk about it. And they are saying they have it. And they do have it. And a nice job of coming up with it. KLYC Sparks with the recover. And that's what the Grizzly defense needed right there.
Wow, that's impressive, Brian. 21 yards on the run, but the fumble at the end of it ultimately cost the ball. And McMinnville now takes over with good momentum, able to start this drive at their own 24-yard line with 3:32 to go. That's a momentum change that really could be a big for McMinnville.
Yes, it is. Can they capitalize on it now? We'll have to see, but that was unfortunate for the Falcons because that was another nice run there, I believe, by Jones.
Yeah, it was Jones.
And Jones, just has been so effective here in just the minimal time they've used him.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 3:32 to go. 2 receivers over on the far side for the Grizzlies. Here comes Sullivan. He's going to try to find a blocker. He finds a hole. He gets across the 35 and goes out of bounds right in front of his sidelines. Nice run there by Sullivan. And the Grizzlies, Jeff, need to mix it up because they need to kind of keep this Falcon team off guard a little bit defensively, and that's exactly what they did right there.
And keep their offense off the field, Brian.
Yeah,
nice
exactly.
Long drive here would be great, but 12 yards there for Kane, and he's up to 66 yards. So a couple good running backs tonight. Kane's only thrown the ball 6 times the entire game. 3 of 6, 27 yards.
Well, as long as he can keep running, getting positive yards, including first downs, we'll be happy with that.
Yep.
Here we go. 2 receivers on the far near side, 1 on the far side. They're going to hand it off. Going to go up to the big back. Carnahan, he breaks the tackle. Breaks the 2nd tackle. Still on his feet. In the 40, the 30, and he's going to be tripped up at the 25-yard line. Carnahan using his big body and running forward and getting a huge gain for the Grizzlies.
30 yards of a gain, Brian, on that play right there. And Carnahan looked like a big bruising back that he is at 6'3". And just a sophomore, they're showing a glimpse of what's to come in the next couple years.
Yeah, but we've got him now, so
yeah, let's
use
enjoy it. Yeah,
use it as we can.
A little bit of a go away from Donahue for a minute. Let's show you the other back that can do some damage, huh?
We used to talk about thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
And we may have our thunder and lightning right there. Here we go. Donahue's going to get it now. It's going to be a double handoff, and it's going to not work at all. And still on his feet and doing a good job of just staying up there is Wilson because he could have been way back there, but he stayed on his feet, and he does fight his way for a loss of 3.
Yeah.
After all that.
Sometimes you just wonder are coaches overthinking it a little bit. Try a little tricky play, and it ends up losing you 3, putting you behind the sticks. I do like the call, though. I'm not saying it was a bad call. Just sometimes you wonder if the coaches just get a little bit ahead of themselves a little bit.
Well, hopefully that doesn't always happen.
No.
And it doesn't as we come down to 2:11 now. Big play here for Sullivan. He's going to hand it off to Donahue. He's going to try to follow Carnahan. Now he's going to cut it up, and he slips, and he's still on his feet, though, and stays forward and then push out of bounds. Or you're going to say he's still inbounds. And a nice run there as he gets to about the 17-yard line. So we've got another injured player down there, this time for Liberty again. He's going to get up, though, one of the linemen. He's like, no, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
I'm going to the other side.
Tap the helmet.
I need to get out of here. Go sit down for a little bit, and hopefully he's going to be all right as he comes out. As they do mark him, Jeff, short of the first down by about 3 yards. Has to get inside the 14.
Yep.
And the ball is sitting out there at about this 6. Let's call it 17.
Yep. Donahue has been a running back possessed almost tonight, Brian, averaging almost 11 yards a carry.
Wow. Well, they could use that right now.
Yes,
We're down to
could.
134 and counting. They are going to try to take some time. Actually, they're going to go right at it. They're going to give it to Carnahan. He's going to step his way, goes forward, breaks a tackle, a second tackle, and he gets down inside the 10 and a first down or more to the 9-yard line. and it's going to be a first down Grizzlies. And Jeff, love to see him use Carnahan in that position.
Well, you don't expect a guy that big to be that shifty in the hole because he kind of, moved laterally pretty good on that play and then was able to still get upfield for 8 yards on the gain.
Very nimble.
Nimble, shifty. Last week's word of the game was shifty. This week, nimble?
Yeah, I like shifty too.
Okay.
All right, you still have Carnahan back there. Wilson's going to go over on the far side, and here we go.
Let's not get too cutesy here. Let's just keep doing what's working.
Donahue, and here we go, and it's going to be Donahue gets the ball, and he's going to go forward, and fights his way, and he pushes it to about inside the 7-yard line. Carnahan was back there as well, and they are going to keep that thunder and lightning going. And it's going to be second and goal from the 7-yard line as we're hitting the 30-second mark right now here from McMinnville High School here in the third quarter.
As a team, 252 yards on 32 carries for McMinnville, averaging 8 yards a play, and we're sitting at the 7. This would be a good time to get your average.
There you go. It'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Here we go. Second down in goal. Donahue on the left side, Carnahan on the right in the backfield.
Better get it going then. Hands up.
And he does get it. He barely gets it. Hands it off to Donahue. Cuts his right on the right side. Wow. Goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies. Once again, a 7-yard run by Donahue, and they go in for the score. And the Grizzlies, Jeff, have taken the lead.
That was, dare I say, Jaquiz Rogers-esque with a couple of those whoop, 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 and hit the hole. I mean, there's a little bit of a difference, but it kind of had that feel, didn't it? A little bit.
It did.
Of a guy that just refused to go down, and once he hit the hole and had to juke a couple times, got into the end zone. Nice play here. Now is McMinnville going to go for 2?
Well, it looks like they might be. They are talking about it, it looks like, and I think they saw the writing on the wall that this Liberty team is going to go for 2 every time, so they may go for 2, and they are going to go for 2 as well. Here we go, and they're going to go in that standard formation. You've got Carnahan on the right side of the backfield, and Donahue, and they're going to pass it. Sullivan's going to roll to the right. He's looking. He may throw it. He does, and it's going to be incomplete. It is batted down, and it was batted down by Trevor Thiekel, and he kind of gave maybe not so nice word after he batted down to the receiver as well.
It's a good play, though. They really did a good job covering this entire side of the line of scrimmage.
All righty, and Jeff, that did end our third quarter of play. And after 3, it is 28-22. What a ball game we've got. Don't go away. We've got more excitement coming up here on AM 1260 KLYC and also YamhillToday.com.
Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab wants to see you make a full and quick recovery so that you can get back into life and the things that you like to do. Their friendly staff will listen and encourage and guide you through each step of the rehabilitation process. From low back pain to post-surgical rehabilitation after a shoulder surgery or knee replacement, they are here to help. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab. Give them a call at 503-435-1900. If you are looking for a financial advisor located here in McMinnville, Bethany A. Blinn has you covered. She has a holistic approach and understands what is most important to you, using an established process to build personalized strategies and partnering with you throughout your life to help keep you on track. Her investment philosophy is a long-term approach with an emphasis on quality, durability, historical context, and common sense. Give Bethany at Edward Jones a call at 503-472-0555.
As we come back here, Jeff, they had a return. It gets them to the 29-yard line. Pretty decent return there, and that's where the Liberty Falcons will start as we begin this fourth quarter.
Great tackle by Bradley Thompson on the play because it looked like there might have been a little bit of a picket fence set up here, Brian, on the near side. And I tell you what, that was a nice tackle by Bradley.
28-22 is our score. The Grizzlies do lead right now on top of the Falcons, and we are just starting the fourth quarter of play. In fact, 11:52 left to go in the quarter. Here come the Falcons. 3 receivers over on the far side. Ochoa, shotgun formation. He's going to hand it off, going to the right side, actually the left side, and he breaks it up the middle, and he goes across the 40 and 45, a first down on Moore. Huge gain of about 15, 16 yards. And Jeff, once again, just speed right there by Perry.
Yeah. Well, the last 3 carries, Brian, for Mickey Perry, he has 81 yards on 3 carries. Wow. 147 on 12 for the whole game. He is a real deal in their backfield, Brian. We got Donahue. They got Mickey Perry.
They got to find a way to stop him, I think, right now, because the Grizzlies lead by 6 with 11:26 to go. Let's see what the defense can do. Here is the pitch to Perry. He's going to try to cut it up from the right side, and he's got one guy here. He goes forward. We got a flag coming in as he's taken down, thrown out of bounds in front of the Grizzly bench. But there is a flag back at the 49-yard line, and it will go against the Falcons.
I'm going to guess it might be a block in the back or a hold, and if I'm a defender on this near side on a play like that, I just turn my back to the offensive player and hope that that penalty comes, because it's very obvious. It's right in front of the official here on the near side, and it is going to be holding. So going to negate a long run by Perry, and that's only going to end up being a 5-yard run, and then the penalty on top of that.
That's the one thing, Jeff. Penalties have really hurt Liberty tonight. They haven't had a lot of them, but it has hurt them.
Yeah, it's only their 3rd. But everyone has been at least 10 yards in length tonight. So they move the ball back to the 40 and bring up 1st and 15. Perry's averaging 11.7 yards per carry tonight. So
he's done himself a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Here we go. And Ochoa, shotgun formation. And he's going to hand it off over on the far side. It's going to be a double handoff. They didn't fool him, but he's going to cut back in here. Good speed, and he's going to get back maybe to the line of scrimmage. Really it was nothing there, but Smith made a little bit of something out of nothing.
He did, and that's that quickness. He's not huge, 160 pounds, but he's 6'1" and very, very speedy, very agile.
Can I give you an update?
Yes.
South is losing to Sprague 35-0.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Homecoming spoiled there.
It's okay. We got our score here, 28-22.
Let's not have homecoming score. You almost get to feel like whoever has the ball last year is going to win.
Yeah, it could be. You're right. I think it's why Grizzlies went for 2 on that play there, because they knew they probably had to. Here we go. 2nd down and 11, and there's going to be a keeper. Ochoa's going to keep it. He's going to throw it across the center. Has a receiver. It is caught. It is going to be a 1st down. Another little play that just kind of a curl route, and he was there, caught it, nice catch, and nice job to hold on to the ball after being hit at the 41-yard line.
15 yards on the play, and Dallas Ocho, perfect on the night, Brian, 7 of 7 for 113 yards.
Efficient.
Very.
All right, as we're hitting the 10-minute mark in the ball game, as we come out here, and the Grizzly defense, see about bending. Here is Ochoa, shotgun formation, and Grizzlies are showing blitz, and they're going to throw here, and there are flags as the pass is caught, but flags come flying in before the snap. As they did throw the ball over here to James, and we'll go against the Falcons and move it on back. Once again, penalties hurting them. This time it's 5 yards back to the 46-yard line.
9:51 to go here in the 4th. Clock is moving now.
9:44 and counting as they come up here. And here come the Falcons taking their time. Lots of time left in this ball game, and they're going to hand it off, and it's going to go on the left side and breaks through. 2nd tackle, 3rd tackle on his feet, and finally gets wrapped up down near the 20-yard line. Just too easy there for Perry.
Yep.
And it's not like they're trying to fool anybody, Jeff.
No.
He knew he was going to get it.
No, he's going to the outside, and 28 yards on that play. He is just having himself a second half, Brian. That's going to put him up over 100 yards, I think, in the second half on 5 carries.
That's impressive.
114.
Wow. Impressive. The Grizzlies have to try to find a way to stop him if they can.
Keep him off the field is basically how you stop him. Get your offense out there and run the clock down, huh?
Here they go. Handoff right up the middle, and this has been a very effective drive for the Falcons, Jeff.
Well, thankfully, they gave Perry a run off. That was just Jones. He can only get 7.
Yeah, that proves my point right there. They just keep moving on the ball, and they cannot stop them.
Yep.
And they're going to try. The Grizzlies are going to try to sub a few guys out there.
Yeah.
It's like Max and Melton's going to come out there now and try to relieve a.
I think that's
Fairbank. You're right. It is Fairbank who is coming off, and here we go. 2nd down and 4 now. And handoff right up the middle once again, and he's going to get close to a 1st down. Needed to get 4. I think he did get it. He gets to about the 7-yard line. As they are talking about it, as we're down to 8:22 to go. And that is going to be a 1st down. Going to be 1st and goal now from the 8-yard line is where they mark it.
Clock moving.
Yeah, and now the Grizzlies are going to train. Get some fresh bodies out there is what they're trying to do. Trying to get some guys out there who have not been gassed so far in this game. And here we go. 8 minutes exactly to go in this ball game. Here is Ochoa. It's a double handoff here on the near side. And go to the right now and cut it up. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he picked up about 5-6 yards inside the 2-yard line.
The running game is just moving good right now for Liberty. They're up to 287 yards on 35 carries.
Well, Jeff, 7:35 to go, and they're right at the 2-point conversion line here. So you're going to see this play probably a couple times here if they do score.
How about a fumble?
That'd be nice.
Can I do the announcer's jinx fumble? 3rd fumble of the game?
We'll take it, won't we?
Yeah.
Here we go. And over on the far side now, they do put out James. They do have Jones in the backfield along with Thiekel. And here we go. And it's going to be a handoff to James. He's going to get into the end zone, touchdown.
Kind of an old wing T formation.
Yeah.
Fake it one way, come back the other.
If they were wearing dark blue, I think there can be out there right now.
That's Jones' 2nd TD of the night.
And that ties the ball game. And now, Jeff, we've got the interesting 2-point conversion.
It's a big play here, Brian. Kind of a big play. Kind of a big deal.
You think so, huh?
Yeah.
All
well,
right.
You're either tied or you got that pressure of being behind.
Well, let's see what we got here as they are going to attempt the 2-point conversion as they have pretty much all night. James is in the backfield, Thiekel as well, and here they come. And they're going to roll to the right side.
Nice.
They're not going to get them.
No.
Stopped. Good job there defensively by the Grizzlies, and they came up with a huge stop. And coming up there is that Bradley Fish with the stop.
Awesome.
And that's exactly what we needed right there.
That is. Hard hit.
And now, Jeff, with 7:06 to go, we are tied. And the Grizzlies now, offense, they're going to be asked to do something and just drive the ball.
Yep. That was a 4-minute, 54-second drive, Brian, that went 71 yards in 11 plays. So is this where Liberty maybe pulls out the little trickeration on the kickoff here?
Well,
I hope not.
We'll see. We'll see what they decide to do.
I think it's time for Bryce Wilson to return one.
I think so. Let's go with that. That'd be perfect. Yeah. Maybe walk in there, take like 6 minutes off the clock or something.
That'd be awesome.
Let's see. As Wilson is back to receive, as well as Donahue. As the Falcons will kick off. And kicking is not their big strong point, Jeff. It's one thing they haven't kicked an extra point, haven't tried to.
Yep.
And they're trying to put the ball down on the tee now.
Even putting it on the tee is a challenge, apparently. But, yeah, they kicked one ball out of bounds, gave good field position to McMinnville. So this is not their forte, but let's see what they decide to do here. If they pull some sort of shenanigans.
James will kick. Donahue back to receive, and they are going to kick it deep, and it's going to be taken at about the 16-yard line. Go over here on the near side, brings across the 30.
There it is.
35, 40, still on his feet, across the 45, still fighting, and he gets into Falcons territory with a nice return. And that's exactly what you asked for right there, and that's exactly what we got there by Mr. Wilson.
Great return. Now we're going to put it down right at the 49-yard line. Great return there, Brian. excellent field position again for McMinnville. They've had great field position all night. They've averaged starting at their own 48-yard line every drive tonight. So
that has been a key tonight.
It has. Short fields, and now let's see what you can do. How much of the 7 minutes can you milk off the clock?
And put points up on the
Exactly.
board. And keep the ball safe. Here we go. We've got Donahue in the backfield and Carnahan. Carnahan's going to get it. He's going to go right in front of his bench. Breaks across the 40-yard line. Still on his feet. Folds forward to the 45-yard line. A nice job there by Thunder. Carnahan there with the big run and the big first down to the 36 where they're going to mark him.
Well, the thing I really like about it, Brian, is he's sensing contact. He's putting both hands over the ball. He's not going to get that thing stripped out of there, and he's a beast. He is a beast. 13 yards there. He's averaging 17 yards a carry.
Impressive. Impressive.
On his
And
3 carries, 51 yards so far tonight.
I think we've kind of come out to that little party tonight,
Yeah.
Thunder and Lightning.
Great. Been very effective.
6:24 and counting. Tied up at 28. High snap. Donahue's going to get it. He's going to be taken down in the backfield. The high snap kind of delayed everything on that. And we've got a lot of extracurricular activity down there about 10 yards downfield. Fairbank was being undercut there by Royal Beard. I just want to say Royal's name a few more
it's
times.
a great name.
And it is going to bring up second down and 11 after the 1 yard loss as we have hit the 5 minute and 50-second mark to go in this ball game. Tied up.
You nailed it with the snap. That just totally blew that whole play up.
I hate to say it, though. It happens a lot.
It does, unfortunately.
Here we go. Only guy in the backfield is Donahue, and he's going to keep it. Sullivan, he's going to go forward. He's going to fling himself forward, and he gets there for about call it an 8-yard gain.
I'm going to give him 8.
All right, we'll call it 8 as he gets to the 29-yard line, and it's going to bring up a third down and about 3.
Yeah.
All right, and as he had 11, so that works out mathematically.
Yeah, and my guess is it's 4 down territory.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be. I think you want to keep the ball as much as you can.
Yeah.
As we are at 5:08, tied up at 28. Here come the Grizzlies. Third down now. Donahue lone back in the backfield. You've got Carnahan in the tight end position. And they're going to be a run here. Sullivan's going to get it. He's going to fall forwards, and he's going to kind of reach out with his hand and make sure he got that first down, but he's a little bit nervous. But he does hold on to it. He gets to the 25. First down, Grizzlies.
That is crazy on that play, Brian. There was a guy, I'm not sure who it was, inside linebacker. I think it was number 7 for Liberty, Matt Jones, trying to run down the opposite number 7 of McMinnville, Kane Sullivan, and just couldn't quite get there to make a play. That is the 10th first down of this half for McMinnville.
Wow, that's impressive. It's been a long time since we had that happen.
Yes, it has been.
All righty. And they send off on the far side.
Could he be out there any farther?
No, he can't. He's single coverage, too. Let's see if they even think about that. And Sullivan, he's going to throw it. He's going to look. He's going to step up. He has pressure. He's got lots of pressure. He's going to be taken down. He's just going to fall backwards as he is sacked. And really nowhere to go. And, Jeff, the first guy to get there is Mario Page, and he takes him down for a loss. And they're going to mark him back at the 27-yard line.
Pretty
28.
generous mark because this official was at the 28. The other official on the far side was like at the 34.
That's where I thought it should have been, actually.
And
but
so that's a generous 5-yard difference, which is helpful at this point of the half.
3:43 to go as the clock continues to run. We're tied at 28. Grizzlies, Jeff, need to get in field goal position if nothing else here. 2 receivers here on the near side. 1 on the far side. I believe that's Long over there, single coverage. And it's going to be a handoff to Donahue. And you look, we had a new quarterback come in there for the Grizzlies, Jeff, for that handoff. And that was Bison. And it's going to be really nothing there. And third down. And 13, that's a tough one. The ball is at the 33-yard line. Interesting that they did that as they bring Sullivan back in now as we are at the 3-minute mark exactly.
Trying to give him a different look. And I tell you what they did, though, Brian, that linebacker / safety was just all-out blitz right there. Let's see if they do it again.
I wouldn't doubt it right here. As they showed blitz, they can pull off. Sullivan's going to throw it. He looks. He's going to fake it. He's going to keep it. Now he's going to try to cut up and spin himself around. Goes forward, and he fights his way inside the 20. Call it the 19-yard line. A nice job there by Kane, but still that ball is flinging out there, and it's going to bring up 4th down and call it 4 yards.
Play here, Brian.
2:28 to go.
This is about a 37, 38-yard field goal from here.
Do you take it down? You have 3 timeouts.
Yeah, you're going to take a timeout. There's no doubt about that.
And I don't see, he's probably out there playing your kicker. And, of course, that is Wilson. Bryce.
You're going to take a timeout. Coach will call it here. Kane kind of reaching down to his leg. You hope there's nothing seriously wrong, but they're going to keep going and timeout. And McMinnville takes a timeout with 1:56. Well, we got a couple seconds there. May have clicked off the.
As they're going to come over and talk to him. 1:56 to go in the ball game. I should say regulations. We are tied at 28.
Why'd you have to say that?
Oh, you got to. As they come over and talk about it. Now, Jeff, it is 4th and 4 from the 19. And what'd you say,
37-yarder probably?
Well, if you're
maybe
on the 19,
36.
29, 39. Yeah, 37, 38.
Right in that range. It's
makeable, but it's a hefty kick when you've got a blitz and a rush and everything else.
Yeah.
If you're McMinnville, do you try to draw them off sides maybe? You've got more timeouts.
I like that call.
Why not?
Remember on the first drive, Liberty did the exact same thing to McMinnville.
There you go. Paybacks are a real pain. You know what they say?
Something like that. I think that's close anyways.
Okay. Hey, just an FYI, you're listening to us here on AM 1260 KLYC in McMinnville, and also watching us on YamHillToday.com. And it looks like we've taken another timeout. How many can we take? We take them all? I don't know. As they are practicing the snap over here for the
extra
kick.
point.
Yes, I'll take that. I'll take that. As you got Fish. It's like he's snapping down below us. And let's see what the Grizzlies decide to do. Lots of conversations. We're looking at the huddle there. And let's see, Jeff, try to draw them off and go from there.
Yes, for sure.
Let's
Lake Oswego up over Tualatin, 6:47 to go into third. Only 28-23, so that's probably the best game of the night.
No, it's not.
Well, this one.
Is.
Between two ranked teams.
Okay.
Between two top 10 teams. That is probably the best. Looks like McMinnville's going to go for it here now. You got to come out and know what your responsibilities are. As what are we going to get here, Brian?
Here we go.
4 wide receivers here on the left.
Well, here we go for Sullivan. Lone back in the backfield is him, and they hand it off. A little flea, nothing there. I'm just going to get Wilson taken down. Call it the old fly sweep, I was going to say, and then Wilson had nowhere to go, and he's going to be he's kind of, being helped up now as he was hit pretty hard, and it's turnover on downs with 1:49 to go. Dang it. A little surprised we didn't try to at least snap them, try to get them off sides.
Yeah.
Because they were showing blitz.
They were probably eager to go.
All right, now you have the defense. Bison is out there trying to talk his team up there and saying, "Okay, guys, we got to settle down. We've got to stop this now." And then that's what they're doing. So Bison, awesome to see him taking control there and just saying, "Guys, let's go. Think about this." And here they come quickly to the line, Falcons, with 1:49 to go in regulation. Here we go. Shotgun formation as always. And they're going to throw it. They're going to look. They're going to throw it. They're going to throw it deep. And it is up. And it
nice
is
defense.
Incomplete. Incomplete. And the defense was there, Jeff. Exactly.
Well, kind of. There was Elias Fanati was guarding 2 wide receivers, Brian, and he did a really good job of it because there were 2 wide receivers right here in the near area, and he jumped up and knocked that ball away. First incompletion of the night.
Wow.
For Dallas Ochoa.
Wow, that's a huge stat right there.
Couldn't have come at a better time.
Just need a couple more. All right. 2nd down and 10 with 1:43 to go. We're tied up.
Mickey Perry in there in the backfield. He sits at 180 yards on 14 carries.
You can't let him have any more than that. I'm sorry. He's going to be the key right now for Liberty.
Maybe he's tired.
I sure hope so. I know I am.
Oh,
as we have a timeout. Yes, we do. They are going to call it, and they are going to talk about it, and we will keep it right here as we have hit all our breaks. And, wow.
Dallas 35, South Albany 0. That's a final.
All right. Well, our score here is 28-28 with 1:43 to go. If you're the Grizzlies, Jeff, defensively, you got to step up and make some stops, and you got to keep Perry from having a big breakaway, because it's just going to take one breakaway to have this game fall apart.
Yeah, but if you focus too much on him, then they come back at you with Malik Smith or Matt Jones. So it's almost, or Trevor Theichel. What poison are you going to pick?
Yeah.
The poison you want to pick is the one that's not going to score a touchdown on you, basically, or get you a big yardage game. But this has been a really good game of improvement for McMinnville, Brian, in my opinion. But this is the type of game you want to win. You got to win. You know, you'd be 1-0 in the league.
Yeah.
1-0 in the league. That would be huge over Liberty.
Yeah, you need it. But you need to get a stop here. Liberty, they're not going to take a lot of well, I should just go back to the action here.
Nice play.
We go right away. And coming in there and making the play immediately.
Keller.
Is that Keller?
He is the defensive player of the game in my mind.
Yeah, he just came up there. He was so quick. I mean, it threw me off of what I was saying as he got there immediately and made the stop, and a huge stop for a huge loss. Brings up third down now and about 14-15.
Okay.
Yes, Jeff, I know. Breathe
Do I need
slowly.
to preach it?
You go
how
for it.
How many of these third and long have they gotten the first down? This is McMinnville's defense needs to step up here. What are you going to do? Some sort of wheel route?
Here they go. They are going to throw it, and
they're
going to throw it back here, and looking, and they got to get to the quarterback, and they do, and they almost had him twice, and they finally get to him a third time, and it's going to be short of the first down by at least 7 yards, maybe 8, and the Grizzlies will take a timeout, and it's going to bring up fourth down now with 47 seconds left in regulation. What a play there. And really, if you look at that, Jeff, Ochoa did a good job of making it open, but there was nobody to throw to, and then he tried to run, but there wasn't enough space for him.
Yeah, that was the best defensive coverage of the night by that secondary and linebacking core, and then the pressure from behind, able to limit the damage to just 7 yards on the run. What does Liberty do here? Do they roll the dice, or do they punt? We haven't had any punts in the game tonight either, Brian.
No, we haven't. I think if you're Liberty, you got to punt.
I do too.
I mean, you're 47 seconds. You're tied up at 28.
I'm not sure they're going to
because
punt,
if they make a mistake, then they give the Grizzlies the ball in deep territory and a chance to maybe make something happen.
Well, okay. There's a big number dude in the backfield. No,
they might try to draw them offsides. I would say they can do a quick.
But offsides doesn't give you a first down. But
but they could get closer.
That's a punt formation. We need to sneak out here. There you go, number C. Havert. There you go, punt. Okay.
They almost got a hand on it too, but it's going to be short. And why they didn't pick it up? Oh man, they should have picked it up. They got to stop the clock.
Oh,
and why he picked it up? Yes,
go.
He should have. Unfortunately for James, he picked it up a little early because they would have got about 4 or 5 more seconds off the clock.
So 38 seconds, one timeout.
Now, Jeff, one thing you have to do is be careful, too. You don't want to throw in a pick or have a sack and give them a chance, but you want to also be effective. Maybe look for Carnahan up the middle again from the tight end position.
Yeah.
Or do you try to maybe spread it out to a receiver you haven't thrown to all night? That's the question.
I see you go to your big fellas who've been doing the yeoman's work. Sullivan, Carnahan, or Donahue.
All righty.
So far, Brian.
Donahue and Carnahan are in the backfield. Sullivan's going to get the snap from center, and he's going to throw it. Here we go. He's going to look at the center, look for the center. He throws it, throws for a receiver, has a guy right there. It's incomplete.
Oh, he stopped running, Brian.
Stopped running. He's not happy with himself, and it was right there with Matlack. He had it, and he just stopped. And good job there by Coach to go over there and just talk him through it and say, that's okay, go back up there. You got to make another play.
Yep.
And unfortunately, could not come up with the reception.
The play was there, and he knows it. We're not going to point it out anymore, but the play was there. Wow.
32 seconds left to go. Second down now. First down really inconsequential here with only 32 seconds.
And one timeout left.
Could come into play here as we come back out here now as they got trips over on the far side now. And here we go. Sullivan's going to throw it. He's looking. He's going to throw here. Goes back here. He has a receiver. Not a good pass.
Defense.
And he was not there. Defensively, there was nothing there. They threw it. They got Perry in coverage there on Wilson. And Perry was with him the entire time.
Really good coverage on that play.
All righty. Now it's going to bring up third down with 26 seconds to go. If you look on the far side, I think at the tight end position, there might be an opening there. Let's see. I think there was this last play. Let's see. And they're going to have Carnahan in the backfield, so they probably won't throw to him once he comes out of the backfield. Here we go.
You run the ball here and force them to call one of their last timeouts.
They're going to get it to Carnahan. He's going to run forward, and he's just going to go, and he's going to get a couple of yards as we have hit the 17-second mark as Liberty calls a timeout.
Yep.
I don't know, Jeff. I don't know on that right there for 2 yards and a timeout. That's going to make it you have to punt now.
Yep. And they get the ball back with maybe 10 seconds to go, run a
but
play.
They do have a chance to come up with a special teams play.
They do.
And that's what you don't want. All righty, here we go. Grizzlies talking about it. And I don't think you do anything funny. I think you go straight to the punt.
Yeah, you don't want to give them a short field.
No. 17 seconds left. 28-28 is our score. All tied up here from McMinnville High School as we get ready for this fourth down play right here as the Grizzlies look like they will be punting. And I believe going back to receive. Let's see.
This snap is critical.
Yeah, it is, as they have Hopper back there.
Now, we pretty much know Liberty does not have a kicking game.
Right.
So it's touchdown or nothing pretty much for them, don't you feel like?
Oh, it totally is. As we come back now, as they will be punting the Grizzlies. Keller back there to punt. They are going to blitz them. They're going to go for it. A high snap. And he's got to get it off, and he does. Nice. That's the play of the game right there.
Yes, it
Guaranteed,
is.
because that was not a good snap, and he got that one off as the ball is there. They're yelling, and why are they? They're just sitting there waving it. There you go. We're down to 3 seconds. Play of the game right there by the punter.
Punt of the year, the longest punt of the year for McMinnville. 47 yards on the play, puts them back at the 10-yard line.
But that wasn't even the best part of it.
It was the jumping up, keeping it. Yes.
How they did not get to that ball, I have no idea.
Yeah.
And to have a good punt out of it still was miraculous. As we're down to 3 seconds to go, we're tied up here. Jeff, you got to play your prevent defense, but if you're Liberty, I think you're going to try something because you've got guys who've got speed who can break things.
No doubt.
All right, here's the last play of regulation, and they are going to run something there, look for James to possibly get something, and we've got movement, and they take a knee. Shocking, if you ask me, is they do take a knee. And we do have overtime, Jeff.
Sweet.
And it's been a while. When's the last time we've had that?
A long time.
How do you feel about it?
That's great.
If you're McMinnville, though, I mean, how do they feel about it, Jeff?
I think they got to feel pretty good, quite honestly, Brian. They've had opportunities, though, some squandered opportunities inside the red zone. And so maybe on that point you're not feeling great. But to be in an overtime game where you're going to go to the Kansas plan, worse things could happen.
Yeah. I mean, it gives you a shot. And then you can explain that a little bit, Jeff. What do we expect here? We start from the 25.
Yep.
And you just go.
Yep. And it's like you can get first downs, and you can go for it. On fourth or on, go the team. Usually you want to be on defense the first time.
Yeah, so you can see what they do.
Because you know what you have to do to tie it up if you're in 4th and 7, and you know that you only need a field goal to win. You might kick the field goal. If you know that you need a touchdown to tie, you're going to obviously go for the touchdown. So there are some nuances to it as both captains getting ready to meet at midfield. But this is something fun. Let's just say that.
We don't have a lot of overtime games throughout the years.
Don't.
I would say we've had a lot of interesting things happen this year.
Yes.
And here comes another one. So we're about a minute 45 from the meeting at the middle of the field, it looks like. They're going to talk about it. Jeff, let's go ahead and take a break.
Okay.
And we'll come back and we'll bring you overtime here on YamhillToday.com and AM 1260 KLYC. And here's a message from Willamette Valley Medical Center.
Meeting the needs of not only our team, but our community with kindness and compassion and understanding. We have those moments every day. I think that's probably the coolest part of what I get to do. Treating people with kindness is such an important thing to our hospital. From the moment I show up here to the moment I leave, it is just a collection of big, meaningful moments between the community and staff.
Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab wants to see you make a full and quick recovery so that you can get back into life and the things that you like to do. Their friendly staff will listen and encourage and guide you through each step of the rehabilitation process. From low back pain to post-surgical rehabilitation after a shoulder surgery or knee replacement, they are here to help. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab. Give them a call at 503-435-1900. Transitions in life. Sometimes it's difficult. When a loved one leaves us, Macy & Son is there for you. A trusted friend for 5 generations in Yamhill County. At that time, you have lots of questions and you need someone to walk with in every step of the way. Burial or cremation and a myriad of other options, let Macy & Son walk that journey with you. Macy & Son McMinnville. Give them a call, 503-472-6151.
All righty, as we come back here, Brian Ayers along with Jeff Ivey. And, Jeff, they had the coin flip.
They did, and McMinnville won the toss and deferred, so they will go on defense first. The only clock in this scenario is the 25-second clock, Brian. They're not going to keep time up on the scoreboard or anything, so it's just 25 seconds. You start at the 25-yard line, and you get 4 downs. You can get first downs just like in a normal game, and you score a touchdown. You can kick it, go for 2. But this is a big deal, and if it's 4th down and you're short of the goal, you make a decision to go for a field goal or go for first down or a touchdown, whatever it may be. So McMinnville's. I can hear the crowd kind of getting into it. That's good.
Finally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And both sides. You got a nice crowd from Liberty as well. As here come the Falcons. 1st and 10 from the 25. As Jeff said, there will be no clock. Here is the handoff, breaking through. 1 tackle, still on his feet. James looks like he goes through as he gets to the 15. Excuse me, that's Jones, as he gets to the inside the 15-yard line for a big, big run and a first down, just like that.
10 yards on that play. Too easy there.
Yeah. We are in overtime, tied at 28. First possession. Here they come up here, and now under center. Not very often we see Ochoa under center here. Let's see what they decide to do, and they're going to hand it off and go around the left side and powering through to the 8-yard line. And another big run. Let's see, they mark it about 6 yards, 7 yards there.
7 carries for 57 yards and 2 touchdowns in the game so far for Jones. Little interesting to see that Mickey Perry is not in there at the moment, Brian. Don't know if he's got tired or injured or what, but interesting to see that he's not in there. And Jones kind of struggling over to the far side, taking his helmet off.
Yeah, it's like he's going to kneel down. He is struggling over. You're right there. I hope he's going to be okay.
And Mickey Perry not in there right now. Got Smith and a new back in there, Maddox Recow.
Recow has only had the ball once, and there it is, the handoff and the takedown. Good job there by, is that Pastrano, who came flying in to take him back a couple yards to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, loss of 2 for Recow right there. And that you could see that he's not as fast or shifty is the other gentlemen that are in there at the running back.
And they got a good push there
Yes, they
on
did.
the line, too. Fairbank in there doing a good job. Also give credit there is that Melton in there for the Grizzlies on that right side. Here we go. Big third down here. And this is going to be 4-down territories. They have not had a kicking game, as we've seen here tonight. Bad snap, but they get it, and they do get it in the back, and he's going to go forward and keep fighting his way to a first down. And a nice job by, is that Smith or that Thiekel?
Oh, that was Thiekel, you're right.
It was, and they did a good job. There was that option, Jeff. It's kind of that can-be option. You don't know who has the ball, and they got a first down and a nice run there on third.
Cross buck in the backfield there, and boy, McMinnville had a chance to stop him. So it's interesting to see, though, that your two normal starting running backs not in there right now for Liberty.
Here we go. First and goal from the 3.
Is that Jones back in there?
Can't tell. I think you're right. And here it is, and they're going to go right up the middle, and they go, and they push it forward for a touchdown.
Yeah, and that is Jones.
All righty, they get their first score on their first possession here in overtime. And if you're, you're McMinnville, you're going to expect them to go for 2 here.
Third touchdown of the night. So there's that going for him.
The overtime period does add the stats up too, doesn't it?
Yes.
You see that a lot in the old college ball.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. They're going to go for 2, and this is a big stop here, Jeff, because if you can stop them, you can go for 1. Now here we go. Here is the 2-point conversion, and it's going to be a double handoff, and they're going to get it easy. Easy. Thiekel got it, and he just kind of got the second handoff here, and they did not know who had the ball, and by the time they did, he easily got the 2 points to make it 36-28. And now the Grizzlies will have the ball on their their possession in the first overtime.
Okay, it's a big possession here. Boy, they played good tonight, Brian. I hate to see for them to lose in overtime. That's what I got to say about that.
As they come out there and try to make something happen here.
Carnahan and Donahue in there, running back.
As we come back here, and the Grizzlies try to come up here. And shotgun formation. And they're going to hand it off here, and it's going to be Carnahan going on the left side, and he's going to maybe get to the 30-yard line.
Or the 20. Right short of the 20-yard line. I'm going to give him 5 on that one. Up to 58 yards on the night for the youngster on 5 carries. It's nice patience right there.
It is, and you have all the time. There's no time. There's no time except for the 25-second clock.
That's all you got to worry about. And then each team gets, I forgot to mention, each team gets 1 timeout.
Yes.
In the overtime, each overtime period. So, each team getting it gets a timeout.
Here we go. Carnahan's going to go right up the middle. He hits the defender, still on his feet, give him the 5. He's going to get very close. He's going to be down to the 2-yard line. Nice run.
All right. You nervous?
A little bit as they come up here now. And let's see what they decide to do. First and goal from the 2. And just look how calm Sullivan is.
Yep.
This is nice to see.
You can get the touchdowns, great. It's the 2-point conversion after that's they've had trouble with tonight.
Here we go. And handoff. Carnahan goes to the right side, and he's going to get inside the 1. And it's going to bring up 2nd and goal now. Once again, plenty of time. Don't have to think about it too much.
Nope.
And here they go. Just taking their time. And then they look very demure.
Demure, nice.
I mean, they're sitting there and just nice, calm, and collected.
Yeah.
which is exactly the way you want them to be.
They practiced this. 313 yards on the ground for McMinnville tonight.
Donahue, shotgun formation. And it's going to be Sullivan. He's going to go around the left side, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies. Just what you wanted, and a nice score, and it's what you needed. And now, Jeff, here we go. 2-point conversion. You need this as well.
Big time. This is the most important play of the game. Dare I say the season so far? Do I say that? Do I say that?
Yeah, we'll say that. All righty.
You know what you got to do.
Here we go.
Will Liberty call a timeout here?
You've got Donahue in the backfield. And you've got Carnahan on the left side in the, I guess, a receiver position more than a tight end. Got 3 receivers here on the near side. Here we go. Sullivan. He's going to pitch it to Donahue. He's going to go to the pylon to the far side, and he gets the score. Touchdown, Donahue. Got to the pylon, and we have over-exuberant fans in the press box here, making our camera go crazy here. But he do get the score, Jeff, and you gotta love overtime. We got it, especially when you score and tie it up.
That's awesome. That's exciting. Great ball game so far, Brian? OT1. I didn't have that on my scoring sheet here where I fill in, by score by quarter. I didn't have OT1.
Well, I'm going to move mine now to OT2 up on the screen, but that's all I've got.
Oh, so you don't want it to go anymore, huh?
Well, I want us to get the points right now. Let's see if that can happen here. As we are into the second overtime now, and now the Grizzlies are going to...
I believe the Grizzlies should be on offense.
I said they should be on offense. And they are going to talk about this now.
Let's see. Yeah, they're on
offense.
They are.
They want to say, okay, we're going to go the same way.
Same end.
All righty. I
wonder why they're going to that end.
Well, you look at the breeze out there.
Yep.
Really is none. You see the American flag is just kind of slowly moving a little bit, but not by any means a breeze out there. So I don't know. Maybe they just like that side better.
Yeah.
Let's see. They are going to talk about it, and we're going to keep it right here. And, Jeff, keep it up. Keep running Carnahan, I think. Keep running Donahue and mixing it up, and Sullivan. I mean, that's what they've done all game, really.
Yep. And the nice thing about this is, Brian, that defense is tired now.
Yes.
They've been out there, the entire that last drive, and now they're going to come right back out and play this drive.
All righty, as they come up here, and it's going to be Sullivan. He's going to keep it. He's going to roll around the right side, and he's going to pick up 5 yards. And looks like Donahue got hit in the backfield.
Yeah, he got laid out.
Yes, he did, but it was a nice pickup there by Sullivan. Donahue did what he had to do, and he was the decoy on there, and, well, he got decoyed.
Sullivan almost up to 100 yards, 90 yards on 20 carries.
20 carries is a lot.
Yeah, it is for him, averaging 4.5 a yard. Up over 319, or at 319 on the ground tonight, Brian. Just amazing.
All right, you got Thunder and Lightning in the back field once again. They're going to get it to Thunder. Here comes Carnahan. He's going to try to cut it up, and he's going to
keep going.
Keep going. Maybe he's down to the 16-yard. They are going to say he was down to 16. And nice pick up there. Going to bring up 3rd and short now. Here in double overtime, tied up at 36. As
I'm nervous.
Well,
gotta say,
always, but it's 4-down territory here, right? I mean, you're going to go for it. You have to. But here we go, 3rd down, and call it 1.
Although you do have Wilson, who's a pretty good kicker.
You do, but
I think you're right.
I think you have to go for it.
Short.
Here we go. Sullivan, he's going to hand it off to Donahue. Going to roll around the left side. He's going to get a 1st down on Moore, and he is drugged down. And wow.
Where is the
should have been a horse collar there, it looked like.
He gets up, though.
It's going to be a 1st down at the 12-yard line. That was right in front of the official, too.
It was.
And here we go. Now it's going to be, they can still get another 1st down if they get inside the 3-yard line. And Sullivan is looking over to get the call in from coaching staff. Jeff gets quiet when he gets nervous.
I get confused on that play. It really looked like a horse collar.
He didn't call it, so for some reason they didn't argue too much about it.
No, they didn't. You're right.
So here we go. Donahue, lone back in the backfield. He's going to get it right up the middle. He's going to come on the left side. He's going to get it into the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies! Donahue with a huge run from 13 yards out to get the score and put the Grizzlies back on top.
5th touchdown of the night for Donahue, Brian, in case anybody's keeping track.
Good to see him get his 5th touchdown.
73 yards on 20 carries. That looks like they lining up for 1 or 2. They're lining up for 1.
All righty.
Okay, this is a gutsy call here, isn't it?
It is. Wilson is on to kick the extra point. And we'll see what they decide to do. They have confidence in their defense right now is what they're showing here. Here we go. It's 42-36. Here comes the extra point. Not a good kick, not a good snap, not a good kick. The kick is up and no good. Not a good snap. Nope. And then it looks like it may have been tipped, and it is no good. And now the Grizzly defense is going to ask to stop them and then stop a conversion if necessary. Hopefully we don't even get to that point.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's a learning process right there, Brian, for the snapper, the kicker, the holder, everybody involved. And body language right now tells a lot for McMinnville. They look tired and they look a little down, but this is where the defense has got to rally up, and I'd love to see Alex Keller really step up here, Brian, in this extra period number 2.
All righty, here we go. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 here on the near side. Shotgun formation. Here we go. They're going to pitch it over in the far side and try to run up, and he's going to be taken down. After a gain of about 4 yards, there is Perry.
Yep.
And he has done a good job of just making things happen there on the far side. And Mikai Perry with a big run of 6 there, 5.5 at least. And now the Grizzlies, though, Jeff, they can bend. But you got to stop them.
Yeah.
Got to stop them one way or another.
Negative play here tonight. Only looking at 4 negative plays of the entire evening.
Wow.
One of them was on the fumble.
Here we go, and it's going to be a double handoff, a fake handoff, going to go on the far side, and then getting hit, but not before it picked up about 3 yards there is Smith, and looks like he does have a first down. He does as he gets to the 13.
Yep, good 8 yards on the run there. Just patience. Patience through the hole, bringing that counter kind of action there. McMinnville's seen it all night, and they just haven't been able to adjust to it.
Well, 1st and 10, they can get a first down if they get down to the 3-yard line. Of course, as they are at the 13. As we get back over here. And here we go, handoff, and it's going to be a negative play. Throwing backwards, and he's going to go, and then taken down again.
Carnahan.
It is Carnahan doing a good job of staying with it. I believe Fairbank originally had him, but Carnahan stayed with him as he got flung backwards, and he got taken down. And it's like Fairbank is kind of struggling a little bit there. Hopefully he's going to be all right. But a nice job there by the defense. 2nd down and 13.
McMinnville had that covered the entire way as there was a wall of about 2 or 3 red shirts right in front of Perry. But he tried to reverse course, and thankfully Carnahan was there because there was some running room if he wasn't.
Here comes Smith is who they might get it to. No, they're going to get it right up to the right side, and that's going to be Thiekel. He's going to go forward, and he is going to get to about the 11-yard line, inside the 11, for a pickup of about 4 or 5, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Okay, two plays, Brian. Can you hold them for 2 plays?
That's going to be the big question of the night.
Can you keep them to less than 342 yards on the ground?
42-36 is our score.
340, they don't win.
We are in double overtime, 42-36. Here we go, 3rd down and 8. As Jeff said, 2 plays. Okay, watch out. You got Fecal here, and then they're going to go. They're going to do a double handoff, go on the far
ready
side.
for
They
it.
were, and they got them. They stopped them at the 10-yard line. They may have gone to the well too often
I was just
on that
thinking
play.
that same thing. Well, too often there as Malik Smith could only get 2 yards on the play, and this is the ball game for all intents and purposes, Brian. 4th and about, what's that, long 6, short 7, something like that. Let's go, McMinnville. Watch for the wheel route pass play.
All righty, here we go. The crowd is getting into it here on this homecoming 2024. It is going to be a timeout, McMinnville. 42-36 is our score. Second overtime. Timeout by the Grizzlies. We'll keep it right here on a big 4th down and 6 from the 9-yard line.
Crazy.
It is, and Jeff, I think defensively you're going to have to look for maybe that wheel route once again. It's been so effective, and that left-handed quarterback, which kind of throws a little bit of a wrench into things.
Yeah, you get the flow going one way, come back the other way. You got to stay with your if you're a cornerback, defensive back, you got to stay with your guy on this play right here.
That's what coaches are telling them right now, and you can just see the anxiety on both sidelines right now. The fans on the other side getting into it. They're standing up, and our fans were getting into it too for the timeout. And here we go. And you had Landon Fay out there on crutches and everything else talking to his teammates.
I thought you said he was out on the field.
No, talking to his team there at the timeout and telling them what they need to do.
Let's go.
There's a leader right there. Here we go. 4th down and 6.
I'd like to see a bobbled snap or something here. Pressure's on.
They are going to go under center. And they are going to do fake it.
There
They're
it
going to
is.
throw it to the air. They're going to throw it here. And it's going to be intercepted. The Grizzlies win. The Grizzlies win. Interception. And that was
Carnahan.
Mr. Carnahan with the interception. And the Grizzlies are victorious here. And look at them celebrate on the field. What a night here for McMinnville. And what a victory.
And did I call it? Did I call that play? They had not gone to that play for about a quarter and a half, and they just felt like they were going to try and run something opposite direction, come back the other way. Carnahan stayed home and made a great interception on the play to finish the game for the Grizzlies.
What a ball game and what a victory for McMinnville as they win this one by a score of 42-36. Wow.
Wow. I told you if you could keep them under 340 yards rushing, they would win. 333 yards rushing, Brian.
Well, Jeff, you did call that, and I will give you that. I thought it was funny when you said it. But it was prophetic.
Well, I don't know about that, but it was something.
Oh, well. Final score. Grizzlies win by a score of 42-36. What a ball game.
That was awesome.
And just to see it develop and to see them progress
yes,
in
from last
so
week's
many
game.
ways from last week.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll tell you, nobody's giving them a chance tonight
No.
the way they looked last week.
They were not, including maybe one of us at least sitting at this table right here, Brian. I thought they were in for a real uphill battle, but they are 1-0 in league.
There you go.
1-0,
And
you
we'll
can't
take
get
that.
to 2-0 unless you're 1-0.
Wow, that was deep.
Yeah, well, they got Newburgh next week, and I consider that a winnable game as well. So,
yes, I
wow,
do too.
Well done tonight, Coach Tomlin and team. And now you just got to hope that Landon Fay is okay, and that's just a minor little blip. Get him back with the team in the next week or two, and other guys that are injured that we've seen walking up and down the sideline, Brian. It's going to be important to get them back for this home stretch of 4 games.
Yeah.
We're over halfway done now.
I know. It's kind of
Isn't
crazy.
that crazy?
It's really crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Final score, 42-36. Grizzlies in double overtime. Pull out the victory. And just some great defense there at the end when they needed it. And you look at the score, like there's no defense in this game. There was a lot of defense and some great plays defensively.
Yes. Well, now on that last play, nobody overcommitted as the play was going to the right side of the offense. Carnahan and one or two other MAC players were right where they were supposed to be, not following the flow, staying home, and making a tremendous play, knowing that they were going to go counter and come back the opposite way. They hadn't done it for about a quarter and a half, like I mentioned, and it was too obvious, in my opinion, that that's what they were going to do. The last couple plays, it was almost like McMinnville's coaches knew exactly what was going to come their way because the defense stood up when it counted.
Final score, 42-36, double overtime. What a game is right. Don't go away. We'll have more of the post-game show and say goodbye.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do a lot more. We'll talk more. We'll give you some scores, too, from around the state if we can find some. But we'll come back and do at least another segment here on AM 1260 KLYC and also yamhilltoday.com. We'll be back right after this.
I'm Mark Hartzell, and I shop at Big Box Returns for all my furniture. And I get my paddle boards.
Big Box is 5-piece, brand new dining sets.
Big Box is 800 count sheets. Holy cow, that's a lot of count.
Big Box is sheepskin rugs.
We're open every Saturday and Sunday 9 to 5. We are located right across the street from the Yamhill County Fairgrounds. Come on down.
McMinnville Les Schwab is a proud sponsor of Grizzly football on Yamhill today. When you shop at Les Schwab, they promise you the best tire value. This means you get free peace of mind protection and free lifetime tire and mileage care included in your purchase. McMinnville Les Schwab. They want to be the neighbor down the street you know and trust. We thank McMinnville Les Schwab for their support of McMinnville Grizzly football.
Brian Erickson along with Jeff Ivey, and final score 42-36, double overtime victory for the Grizzlies here from McMinnville High School, Workman Stadium. What a great victory and a great night here for the Grizzlies as they are victorious, and fun to see them excited and happy down there on the field, Jeff, as you're busy doing other things, and that's okay.
I'm right here.
Put your mic up there.
I'm right
Put
here.
your mic up.
Hi.
There you go.
No, I wanted to get the score out to the state.
Okay. There you go. As you can see, the fans coming there and celebrating with the Grizzlies as they're letting them out in the field now on here this homecoming victory here tonight for McMinnville.
What a game. What an end to the game, Brian. McMinnville never said died, did they? They never said die. They hung in there. They were down at times. They were inside the red zone several times, came away with no points. But when it mattered, they dug deep. They stayed home. They played their responsibilities to perfection on that last 3 or 4 plays. And they walk out of here with the well-earned win. Not a lucky win, not a, hold by the seat of our pants type of win. This was a hard-fought victory at home on homecoming. Kudos to the Grizzlies and the coaching staff tonight.
Yeah, I think they pulled this one out, and they did it in fabulous fashion as well. And they come up here and they win by a score of 42-36. Jeff, any stats you want to run through quickly before we take a break?
So 339 total yards on the ground tonight for McMinnville, 333 for the visitors.
Wow.
113 through the air for the Falcons. They ended up with 446 yards on the ground for the game. McMinnville 366 total, only 27 yards passing tonight. Kane, not his best night, 3 of 8, but that didn't matter.
No.
What mattered was Mr. Riley Donahue, 173 yards, 5. Count them 5. That's a whole handful of touchdowns tonight on 20 carries. Kane, 90 yards on 20 carries, and Taylor Carnahan, 81 yards on 8 carries. He averaged 10 yards a carry. Riley, 9 yards a carry. Kane, about 5 yards a carry. What are you going to do? That's fantastic. Only 3 guys carried the ball in the backfield. Or actually, Bryce Wilson carried it twice for minus 5 yards on a couple fly sweeps. But you know what? Let's give credit on the other side to some really outstanding play. Dallas Ochoa was 7 of 9, 113 yards, 2 interceptions. I've changed that. And then his last 2 passes were interceptions.
Wow, that's impressive.
That's impressive.
Because he was 7 for 7 at one point.
He was 7 for 7. Let's see. Malik Smith, 68 yards on 11 carries. Matt Jones, 59 yards on 8 carries. He had 3 touchdowns. Dallas Ochoa, 10 yards on 6 carries. Mickey Perry, 180 yards. He was the yeoman, but I think he got tired, Brian, because he was only in on one of those overtimes. He had 2 touchdowns, 16 carries, 11.3 yards per carry, and really not a lot of passing going on in the second half for the Falcons. It was weird. They were running those counter pass plays and wheel routes with the running backs out of the backfield. A couple times for big plays, 38 yards and 20 yards. And then it seemed like they went away from it. Both teams started to do the ground and pound, and McMinnville's ground and pound was just a little bit better tonight, to the tune of 6 points better.
In overtime.
Times 2. Double.
Times 2.
Yep.
Oh, my. Good victory, though.
It was a great victory.
Good victory, and they come out tonight with a score of 42-36.
Yep.
And, well, Jeff, let's go ahead and take our final break, and we'll come back and run down some scores, and we will say goodbye. Final score here in double overtime, 42-36. The Grizzlies win. We'll be back after this here on AM 1260, KLYC, and yamhilltoday.com.
If you are looking for a financial advisor located here in McMinnville, Bethany A. Blinn has you covered. She has a holistic approach and understands what is most important to you, using an established process to build personalized strategies and partnering with you throughout your life to help keep you on track. Her investment philosophy is a long-term approach with an emphasis on quality, durability, historical context, and common sense. Give Bethany at Edward Jones a call at 503-472-0555.
Are you looking to spend less and get more on your next vehicle? At Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan, they've got you covered. As McMinnville's premier Ford and Nissan dealership, they offer a wide selection of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all in a stress-free, customer-first environment. Their motto, big enough to serve you, small enough to care, means you'll enjoy the convenience of a large dealership with the personal touch of a local business. Visit Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan at McMinnville today or call 503-376-9650. Chuck Colvin Ford Nissan.
Meeting the needs of not only our team, but our community with kindness and compassion and understanding. We have those moments every day. I think that's probably the coolest part of what I get to do. Treating people with kindness is such an important thing to our hospital. From the moment I show up here to the moment I leave, it is just a collection of big, meaningful moments between the community and staff.
That was a message from Willamette Valley Medical Center. Welcome back here. Brian Ersling and Jeff Ivey. This is the last part of our post-game show here, as it's always happy when you win. And third victory of the season, Jeff.
Wow.
Double overtime by a score of 42-36 over Liberty. And, that's exactly what the doctor ordered right there.
Well, you're 1-0 in league, Brian. That's what really matters when it comes down to it. 3-2 overall. Winnable game on the road, I think, next week against Newburgh. Then Sherwood comes to town, and that's always fun. And then maybe you get 2 or 3 wins in league. Who knows what happens with the playoff situation? But that's 4 weeks away.
Yes,
we got some football in between now and then, and we got some guys to get healed up. And that's we hope Landon Fay the best for him, and that it's just a tweak or something, and that the crutches go away sometime in the middle of this week. Right?
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be exactly what you want.
But you know what? Backups that came in and played tonight,
yeah,
outstanding, stellar,
totally
stellar. Keller on defensive line, that dude was an animal tonight, and if he can play like that every week, he gives a different dimension to the football team.
Yeah.
He was all over, running all over, making tackles, making plays, blowing things up, big hits. That's good to see. That is really good to see.
It really is, and if they can keep that up, and you're right, Jeff, they're 1-0 now. And there's some winnable ball games coming up.
Yep.
And one of those being next week, and that is going to be on Thursday night. So only 6 nights or 6 nights away. Is that right? 6 nights? Yeah, 6 days away. 6 days. So it'll be at Newburgh, and we'll bring you all the action here on yamhilltoday.com and also AM on AM 1260 KLYC. And it'll be fun to see, and it'll be fun to see how they come out and how they do against this the Newburgh team, where they're struggling this year a little bit. And so the Grizzlies, can they play up to their opponent, or do they play where they are right now?
Right.
And hopefully they play to where they are right now.
Well, Newburgh's always a tough place to go and play, Brian. And I know Newburgh got their first win last week, so that gives them some positive vibes going into their game this week. And unfortunately, I'm looking at all my sources, and I don't have very many scores.
I've got a few to pass along.
All right.
So, all right, let's go ahead. Amity, big time victorious over the Newport Cubs, 44-6. And you got Wilsonville defeating Central. You got McKay losing to Silverton, 32-7. And of course, we had that Dallas one blowout there over South Albany. And then Waldport Irish over Jefferson Lions, 44-0. And South Salem losing to Sprague, 48-0.
What?
Yeah, 48-0.
Sorry, that's going to be a long day for you on Monday. I think
I'm not going to work Monday.
You're going to be sick?
I just put that in there right now. I am gone.
You're going to some conference or something, right?
Relapse. I'm out of here. So I'll be gone for a while.
Boy.
And if you're an MSU fan or a Jonathan Smith fan, the Ducks over MSU tonight, Michigan State, 31-10 final score there.
10, okay.
There you go. So our final score here, though, the most important one, Jeff.
Yes.
42-36.
Great win.
Double overtime victory over Liberty, and a great win.
Well,
great way to put it.
It is, and I hope that gives the team confidence to know that they can play a good team in a tight situation and come out with the victory, Brian. That is, a lot of times confidence is all it takes, to get on a roll. And, well, let's hope this is the start of a good get on the roll for the McMinnville Grizzlies as they head into the second half of the football season.
That's right, and that brings us up to Thursday. As we said, at Newburgh, we'll bring you all the action live here on AM 1260 KLYC and also YamHillToday.com. All right, I want to thank Dick back at Command Central, keeping us up and going. And, Jeff, thank you so much.
Yeah,
another good game. And you'll be taking a week off. Mr. Manriquez will be with us on Thursday.
David fills in very nicely. He does a good job.
He does.
So
we'll miss you.
But I will see you on Saturday.
All right, exactly. Oregon State. And so speaking of Oregon State, tomorrow 3:30 kickoff. We'll have all the pregame show here on KLYC starting at 1:30. So we'll bring you all the action as well. And
I'll see you there tomorrow, too.
I'll be there at the game. Exactly. So I'll be wearing orange. So there you go.
It's a blackout, though.
Oh, well, I'll be in orange. You know it.
Yes, I do.
All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Go Grizzlies. Victory tonight, 42-36, double overtime. And, that's all we got here. I want to thank you for listening to us here on AM 1260, KLYC McMinnville, and also YamHillToday.com. For Jeff Ivey, good night, everybody.